Accra Namu Monitor program live or DSTV channel 364 Go TV channel 121. Emre Ason and Krampa Nimpote Mujina Kessben 92.9 05515999933 05515999933 Eho ena mode WhatsApp messages no every yen and if you identity questions in Kwa Mufamra na yen church adwin emfa ho yema hunyina chi imobia chi ne akwa baba program so Tony Montana edamano ne nsem no bebre ansana afa mo questions no enyina Tony
Godfather me da CP ye too far ne ahwen sama ekoso uncle for across ye be shase the African countries now we see omo year towards the World Cup also next year our Canada, Mexico and America. Said the Black Stars you be uncle for next month you be Japan. Never go back tournament no Sanso and Brazil and Senegal. And so the better so give them also on the 15th of November our Emirates Arsenal omo home ground so and Brazil and Senegal you be uncle for Bibia confirmed that game no so next month on the 15th of November Brazil versus Senegal. And then our French Ligue 1 Paris Saint-Germain omo airbo Strasbourg. Na good news and they say most of the players are omo prime omo team are recover. Ebi mo ya available PSG as well here. Zeridoué Creature Qualification and then Marquinhos are available for and a game omo airbo name Dembele, Fabien Ruiz and João Neves there. So omo guswa omo eye adwumaden do se enra omo troni kakra nanso omo timi si akan and the airbus maybe next week eko na omo so ebetimi abo games outdoor e dey ma Paris Saint-Germain. Luis Enrique say Gonzalo Ramos striker no call for judging by goals. Name ono there on for goals na judge Gonzalo Ramos or very integral or very influential, very important at the club no. Na omo any total input o ball na all bana anu no mom na omo ede ball about so enye goals or shen call for eka so onye bi mo na so yenhwe onye bi mo no anytime be opportunity biano or prove ne mark even in the Champions League go be hu how almost share Barca any key role of free bench ebenya good at the Eboa club no we and some Luis Enrique at the Atujwa yan twaso e Monaco for so you know senka Paul Pogba ebo ema Monaco ochina omo any ange na so Pogba enya minor setback ni prano emu afichire kakra bi game ebe so ochina no won timi ensi aka Monaco game omo ane ange enso ebo eno Al-Nassr Football Club celebrate some players omo aboa ma omo countries akọ World Cup. Sadio Mane lead Senegal even last match impo o she 2 goals ema Senegal for enya slaughter World Cup no omo ekobinti enra na omo organize mini party kitwa bi our training grounds at the boss Sadio Mane any other players omo play role mamo various countries qualifying for the upcoming World Cup. Serge Gnabry na Bayern Munich for super happy ewo na ho fama why na adwene say obetine salary ni so na the contract extension so etimi abaso nye player bia na already the contract obeteki a pay cut na one person na a prayer hand pa Serge Gnabry name for the past 1 or 2 seasons ni prano eswate ama Bayern Munich so much convinced say the renewal no be very key edi amomo German league ne de omo ene a lead likely some beje Champions League ni mom ene omo a prime target yento so enko Italy for fana AC Milan omo a player or se league ne be sha se ni Scudetto no ye ka omo ye favorite no yamfa AC Milan anka ho na so say ye komo betimi age a Japan din elefra ni nyina ekira dwumaden a new manager Max Allegri ono so ababe 2 months per na papa no aba nanso adwuma ode Milan for no abono ehu amobia etipom say AC Milan contenders for the Italian Scudetto na osi even manager mpo anka so omonji title na omo as players omo nim club na omo bo say Milan big Milan huge club league no ni kwan say omo to na say omo to aso na omonji Scudetto no fancy omo enso ena so at age 40 when say Luka Modric any player one pass a ball no accurately the Italian Serie A player or my pass tailor measured what me say one from kwan Luka Modric odi fie aduanan even enkwara mpo ehu so ona kokora no na waje Italian league no esi ne na so FC Barcelona omo any Girona bebo match never so ochna Rafinha wanye fit match wey or you ruled out Barca for say Clasico boss next week in the won't me emobi nanso still an enokura no enye confirmed do say Rafinha ebedu Clasico no na ne ho ato no betimi abo edi ama Barca nem game a ebe so ochna de doctors no ama ne green light say ono enso ebetimi asia kan Frankie de Jong say Barcelona omo aye more than just a football club. Omo te say abusuya baako, they are like family. We any smart Frankie, they are to just say unity, team bonding, any idea across our camp no. Oh yeah, Barca player, aya na efekeke. Omo he sanfu league no. Omo be ginemu, omo prime target, finals Champions League na. Omo GBH no. Barca fuwe womo enso ebetimi age. Andres Iniesta ebetodwa say onye happy because bono obi empra onye bi mo nti or consider so be free Barca. Name of Andre Christensen ne nko force yenka mo bi ante say boy no oye so excited so sina kan ema Barcelona name of obe say onya more playing time. Barca sporting project no obe say o take a key role. Nya say bia obi pra na omo ababe use no. Obe say even players ni na ho a almost starting on because oye capable say obetimi aboa ama Barca title some peno omo enso etimi age Deco started and Dusan Vlahovic ekasa ni nyina no Robert Lewandowski ni replacement Lewandowski season we ba na wie ya obe free Barca Dusan Vlahovic enso ene jibe for no wie ne contract no on the so be extending ama Deco sporting director Emma Barca on Vlahovic edin komo say the be ya next year obetimi join FC Barcelona. Trent Alexander-Arnold say obo Clasico na Clasico no obetimi arrive on time na the fitness no ya be man ho kwan ama sage obetimi aba na ne mo match nso a player ne empese obemese game a bebo won the Champions League against the former club onu say midweek ya Real Madrid bebo against Juve na omo abo Clasico the next Champions League game omo any Liverpool ne bebo Trent ebese sa key matches ni na no ono enso timi si akan Dean Howson Eric over na what post picture bi on IG a or can actually be asa odobi bi ase o pray messages ahodo a enkofo ade beba ede ba no or say or appreciate a lot na obeba back much stronger Mbappe ene medical team be access so no on say okopre of France national team company ankle still na no 20 all right then so oti pains kakra medical team access no na say ne obetimi atraining no ochina obetimi aye shake up no dia any against Hetafe on Sunday on the nebeko nenso enenko na wiye na odasoti pains a omo en risk no omo na rest 4-0 Hetafe match no na in the Champions League against Juve no omo etimi ayisu no sad news for Chelsea Elise Cole Palmer omo darling boy no ni pra no say enye pra Emana ba elimeni mu yawo obebe biema just the next 6 weeks Cole Palmer beba just somewhere around December and Cole Palmer eleba na kenim say even middle of November committee abebo before international break no na so na yeda story ya Cole Palmer anytime soon just a December no be available so be sina kan e ama Chelsea omo club ni Joe Cole former player Emma Chelsea was the entire Chelsea defense no omo leaky goals na omo consider and say omo tranye Levi Colwell when pra at the right time season is shas here and omo camping the heart of defense omo ko pra here Levi Colwell Chelsea omo dear one about omo defensive structure na omo losing because of injury and then affected Chelsea panemum so munya no and na general come market no so penny replacement obi betimi na boa kan ebetimi abo ma Chelsea take some penny omo sa enso etimi aka Sunday Man United and Liverpool ebebo in the English Premier League when Rooney akasa oye former player Man United and also sa game I echo ide obeko I win for Liverpool between Liverpool and Man United there Liverpool mum and I bedi nkunim.
There's a chance, obviously, he can win. It's going to be very difficult. It always is difficult to go to Anfield and win. So I think there's hopefully the players, go there with the right game plan. I hope he sticks with playing the two forwards a bit closer to each other, like he did the last game, and goes for it. Because I think if you sit back into the pool, they'll kill you.
Well, Rooney and I turning Kano. Name or catch the coach. Say almost two top. Almost any one mienu na Man United for M5 enya almost best. Na okasai for Liverpool new players na wo ba ya omo ehu so Jeremy Frimpong ohu so Frank Vet so ehu so Isaac so ohu so we no say sa new players no change clubs ana ego ska ho other factors so contribute to Emma any many ya no omo starting the year we say win run.
No, they won. Like when you bring so many new players in, all probably got a bit of an ego in their own way, all wanting to do well and trying to find that chemistry with each other. I think that hasn't quite hit off yet, even though they won like the first 5 games. I think where the last 3 games has probably, shown everyone and exposed them first 5 games. Oh, you know what? This hasn't been right all season. I think it's a good time it's a good reset time button for Liverpool where they are at the minute. When you
we eso ani ejina ni akopem sign aso eye na akotie omo craft so agan onyanya bi akopa agan cement vital eye dropa omo yenko na yekoje mu nchiremu enfremfri cements omo hono mo pem sign ye
Obusia for yam we bia kwaba e the ba pem sign company limited so edmaku a Ghana ha wakofa aduru nwanwaso e de abadwa so a aduru no eya nwanwade akese aduru ni din ne cement vital herbal mixture and capsule aduru na ne mra na de agan no wudnam na oti agan a aduru e na mebe kanfo de amagana ni bia na se bibi ni bia se obenya bie na onso anonom na etimi aboa no sa aduru nwanwaso e ka ho asemi cement vital herbal mixture and then the capsules no edura yedma wontinimu edura uwo bi a sabi o mema sem eda fom tinkeja bema ni ntimi man mu sokra bema ni ntimi pega no ho uye bema sabi woni obehiem na sisia no wajemu a onso edura ye kanfo de amawo edura yedura ebeboa ma wontini netina sore gina so ebe mammo de pusa no wo bema ni mama bema na tina sore gina so ye na wotimi abo aduma na ama o piafo obi bia sabi emi atinka so yo ba so yo bema ni here edro cement vital herbal mixture and capsules anem na ne dia gan ni bi kona koto bi nom watinka ayira na tikopra kona koto bi ni bi nanom na bo sabi ebi no esi ye edna sifa apai ni ye no to nche sabi obi wo no ma kichikom o how pa kese pa so yo ba na wo ko mfitire na se remains na ma ebeyi a edu ebeboa cement vital herbal mixture kona koto ebi ni binom be ma onfiti kono bibia kama de amount afa so wote yaw onfiti komu a edu ebeboa cement vital herbal mixture and capsule afa so obi won ma sabi wa ko jane nan no na moja di etire wo ba na otisa be bia hu moja no tieniye pa se moja no ye gon bright red we know that's a bright red and na say be betima aboa ma moja ni na to atwa e de ama okra afa so obi so a sabi ne to ase twetwe no we ni kan say sciatica wo sciatica e de betima aboa ama yaw ne twetwe na we ni na etia ti akokra no e ye agan cement vital herbal mixture and capsules e de no e ye adma wontini mu na enyane no bi we de mu a e boa pa your friend nitric oxide say nitric oxide no unya eba oni pediema enti bi emuasi enti akatare ba bebiem ba be huntinum amenti let na da o moderate media pusane osisi e na ya ye neurotransmitters a sulfur adren no ho e na eba eno na say victim jawa na say ko pace bi mu a na sa neurotransmitter no etimi ababeboa ama pain na say yaw no etimi akofom edren ewo nyane mebi mu a it means neurotransmitter your friend endorphin na sa endorphin ne ba se usisi e na ya oja zawo na wote no e wo usisi mu no edren e ba be stop ni na you should dopamine na be use zawo ni na free work e the amount enti so usisi ya edren so no e ya gan cement vital herbal mixture and capsules edren adi award yenim de ye ka ho asem no 2022 best waste paint product of the year 2023 edren Saudi award FSC ya de ho 2024 Saudi yes ahwe ni sa fie di enu na so ye be Saudi award no we bema na o percent nyina so no gyina so kene wabla obe na bro sima kakra bi achi a fe number no a bu screen ase no o fe number na ye be no be kasa kama ni ato send me sia na bro no na ni metumi aboa ama bibia e kama ma afa so ba bia be na bia to no ye di bu screen so memo ti ni pa se wo kuma se ene ni pattern wo store o person to be ton a be bia e di kan PFA pharmacy New Johnson wana PFA pharmacy or stock see how they have been there to on akwakoton afi Coronac ewo Ashtown oni dani Herbal oni na wa Ashtown koho fragrance eso okay oni so be na biato afi Sambora ewo cavity day 3 ni opposite ebon bra eba beboa every sao how we na fi wa kwa ma enti pebi achi kwanto agan a tese ejan no edito na enkotote ema na so nyawa ho den pepepe
pem sai ana ekoti omon krat so no yenko na yenko peke numbers na enfre omo na edro we ebetimi edi ekaginamu pa yento aso enko Arsenal so ye na me admo china omo ebo against Fulham Martin Odegaard captain Emma Arsenal oye ruled out we pra match no ontimi embo and then we still man Paul Merson as he pass Arsenal alle capable say match we omo bedi nkun meka me no Fulham omo enso entimi ente se ka no Enzo Fernandez Chelsea omo deputy captain Opraye name on ho ato no obey available for Ochina Chelsea and then Nottingham Forest game man back to lunch time pressure Nottingham Forest so because Ange Postecoglou match we entimi ani nkunima likely so we face sack name Chelsea team no match stronger because omo deputy captain Enzo Fernandez available for this game. Chelsea almost some crucial games before the next international breaker ever happen middle of November. Chelsea watching ever ball against Nottingham Forest and then ball in the Champions League against Ajax. Now Omo Abu home against Sunderland. Omeko away in the Carabao Cup against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now Omo actually Tottenham Hotspur away in the Premier League Champions League Omne Carabao. Now Wolfsburg about 1-1 about a last home game and just be born and Sun international break omon enso timi akọ Benoit but the shell is one player or a midfielder na so say coach eka so uncle ball ni man or very certain so benya goals about Chelsea Enzo Fernandez Chelsea midfielder also all eye for goals na or striking instinct ni bi say Chelsea striker be any ho na coach nika say uncle ball ni ho Benoit Badouachel ejidi pass Enzo Fernandez obe deliver at Chelsea on club no Fabien Granit Xhaka a former Arsenal player now Obama Leverkusen pen or sinko for ka sir friend Vrit sikana she Liverpool sikamo time here ekoton from Leverkusen no as a so man for so bia na so obeka cho bia say boy we are here no Kessben television so obeye a mega star or the Premier League no boy no be bought by far because afen waba o integrate kakra na enche obe integrate ye na sa blend sa chemistry no happen between ono and the teammates or GD pass for sure obe start in the English Premier League na Liverpool airpen Nico Schlotterbecker and also about Emma Borussia Dortmund or a defender na Van Dijk just say oh nyini and another centre back Kunate and Subetimi F Liverpool as a free agent. Nico Schlotterbeck ono any defender Liverpool for a pencil down so omunya na ka omo enso epe ye papa. I want to know that Roma and many age and for questions so about begum say what Roma yenyina so na nkofo close on seven no yen fancy
Tony Montana yedi odiano ebesi ha na fi ya toaso ede amanfo Kessben Television, Kessben 93.3, 92.9 Accra. All right. Meko namakofa Niwa Scientific Herbal Clinic Mkratoka Krebi Aba. Yabasisia.
Ushafwe mwakwaba eba Niwa Scientific Hospital. Ye a team of medical scientists. Aya create boom near the infidel maswo eye adwuma o ya so ya hasi ya so ha de nyesa wo ba ya sabi ni atam edu de amount say de kokono na emu ye do to afidie so me afidie ye omu hwehwemu me ye omu adepote ya de ne brewo na se me omu enya ya re ne di woni badua no so te be so ya na ma wa to ya de ase wo de edit ni say se ni badua se wo te wo ya de ase a utimi tu ase ntem
Oba Niwa Scientific Hospital Dr. Fobius ya dwuma ne say enubuna eni no tan a obo ade eni dwumye no yenye mu hwemu na fe enwenu ankasa wo ma friends phytochemicals no ye extract say enwenu no na yemfa mfremno emfa emao ebi a kidney no yare abem kidney no essay yenko na Ghana ha ye de take ahaban e de dialysis a kidney no say akodu se den kura no a nyarehemu na nya didi na fo ni kirem e woni what scientific hospital bofra ban eboye ama wo diabetes ye de bofra ban ene nyama bi efra e de ma wo a ebebo ma diabetes na o sugar e cost rupi no eno so aboa ama etinya bafum ebi na wo hwemi sisi e na o problem pa e yo mema sem da bi wo no ma onya tenkan kora so wo ba beda obo so otimi nya hode ne peja na wo ba ehyiemu a ehyiemu na adwo eno mo so atese ne be ma no ensore kora ebi na e no bi ada so a wo no yo ba na utie me na se eya wo no problem ebi na e fibroid na kosi a wo kwan ana wa kwa ya sabia doctor si ensu abetata onkosuem ovarian cyst ana se fallopian tube no e na block ye obebu okura wo sebo ensisi so ni nyina timi sinyi se wo kwan be ma bia na hunso e na wo form nkwapan e wo form low sperm count na wo okura be ba be ni hunso mu no na e mo be friends spermatozoa no ba kokura we nyina e ha esi awo ho kwan a wo be ni what scientific hospital a enfidie bi ehwe wo be da di amye wo se problem bi wo no mu a ni atimi ehu aduro na afi aduane e be kira mo adi patient amo akoma bo periperi asem kura si ofie timi mo amane obi so hweme na ni bia stroke akawa tompamo ye kwa wo ye ba wo so timi o kasa na pampan boni bi akire fre no halitosis yade ba ko a ya no wan bi obi opewase obetimi akade akire wo a ade be di unya o kasa bia no obi atwene hwene o koda na nwumre o da o jonso antente be papa mo mpanifo no e free 40 50 60 years e ko animo no o prostate na ekese prostate enlargement e ba sa o da o jonso antente mo jonso be bransa na ade ache e mane nka echi emye nkofa catheter ahoma nkoto be memo abusuafo bi ebere nti manya adaje amo ya didi a nyadidie se ni what scientific hospital Ghana ha de o pa ya sabe ya dia be fim die fidie e de twe enubena ena afa ho de ni fra haban mu e de saw ya de ma wo na e ni what scientific hospital yi wo Kumase atonsu Monaco junction ya Dansura bank no ene bi eni mhwe enkran so ye ma 7 ye ben Janet Corner dan no 0244 087687. In case you are watching us from any part of the world, whether you are in any African country or you are watching us from Europe, you can contact us on WhatsApp +233 244 087687 or on Google Map. Just type Niwat Scientific Hospital and you'll be given the exact location.
Niwat Scientific Hospital. Nyanko Pwanda Rumenti Wamoto Ebeba.
Okay. Yes, I'm a Kababium Ede Aba Midfield Action Kessben Television. Emraso se me call Jabin Rural Bank na menim penifoi ekodi enkomo kakra penifo free Jabin Rural Bank abaha ese no mudi enkomo kakra bi ansana ye de mo foreign sorry so me kire mo questions no sorry ede atudwa na fi abudafo atrase na omo ayiya no krankra de amamo Mr. George Renchi e wa hasan so na Miss Benichi omo free Jabin Rural Bank ma bai no mbedi enkomo kakra from Makwa, so be away. Already, I don't know. I'm going to say them come on idea, Befa, a simple loans, no, fixed deposits, well, shares, once I mean, no be I'm the free air job in Rural Bank every year. You need to walk a cry, yes, I say free. George, yeah.
Joe, Edicano, a bet ya at you for near Refuina. So you're a very carbon, my basso, Kessben FM. Because a share. Ejuma mo ya ma santimane Ghana maya ekọ ani mu yepa ye betrana se bedin komo na se ju nipa frɛ Jabin Rural Bank ye line so no ye kwa age ensem last time se hwe data no nipa bi account no almost 400 shares obi e tobi dachinti investment obi e tobi first deposit to man se ju ye srɛ atiefo nyina ne se obi a oni account bia mo body an se obeba Jabin Rural Bank no be account se ju last month no on the 15th, many might be FAK. Na etika enim na ofre na danfo baako. Ti na se nkomo na akwa say no kuteska kese bi but ko enim na sika ni nyina na ayede be na hye. Enti mene ne di nkomo kakra. Na mene ne di nkomo na wo se na se enisu efirima papa ya ne ase yede be eba. Enti eba na sa no me hye ne nkran se enka akiri. Na me kyekere yesusu account no de kyerɛ no na ne nyinaa no sɛ Sajo enka akiri wotuma asase ayi bibi de susu account no ti de zika no ba bia wo Ghana ha bia sɛ wo takrade sɛ wo efɛn sɛ Western region sɛ wo Ashanti region ha bo modi an sɛ wo ba dwabere bank no be yesusu ni bi formula no sɛ me kyerɛ papa no sɛ wo de samre ya mfa 10 cedis nyɛ de be enhyase na on the ohwe obidu afna wie na sika na yɛ de be na akɔ animu enti wo yɛ ne sa na obi account no o sa frɛ me o say officer sika na me de 2 mu no e say akɔ na me nya 5000 Ghana cedis na kyerɛ sɛ amfa moto anya de be anya dwuma omoden sɛ on ne dwabere bank be de bi din sa wo so Sajo de tia so ni obi akoma so busade ne sɛ obi si dan no nya be bi ne tia de be ato which odasani bia kuma so busade ne sa de no but nye nyina so etuma de be esidan enti obi wo ho no na bia na orenti edan Sajo ebeduru afa na wie no obi wo ho no ma na wamoa ne ho ti ni frewura efre ne say pe na heartbeat na ne yema de be ahye no Sajo sa amane yi npebe na de be ekum ye mpese sa amane yi be de be betu obi bia ye se wo de hyase January to December for 10 cedi for 20 cedis for 50 cedis for 100 cedis hyase ebeduru ho no December ho no na sika na de be akɔ animu bempie no bi won ma fie aba frɛ no wan hwe dan a wa brɛ ho kopɛ no na wanya na de ma obi foforo enti ye be sɛ ye ka ne sei no na ye sabi ye tufu so kakra sɛ ye mfa sika na de be ensie savings account no so no wo sika na to ho no ma sɛ jo nsi ho na ye de be e wo soro yi pa last time madam bi buy eni de din komo na de be to ho no in fact o pie free bank wo sɛ jo o de ani je ne sere na ye de be e pie enti samre o twɛn de bo modi anse be ba dwabe Herbal bank na na ya ba de be aba bi account so bi na interest no so de amount sɛ jo bi am so no ye shares no so egu so a e de be ye ton last month customer service week no eni pa be to shares yi bi no sɛ jo na ekɔ ani mo pa ebi mi kwa de 100,000 to shares yi bi sɛ jo na what you tell you na say we na hu say 2023 dwabe Herbal bank nya best Herbal bank be here no Ghana man nek asantema nyina na obi aye de be agi atum enti samre usika no dodo na say 1000 5000 10,000 what the fabra na friends say Sajo you say distance is not a barrier Ghana ha babia wo bia wo de no an say the number no tudwa wo de frɛ ye beba abebie accounts we de aye de be e de amount ebie nso no emadwadifo no Sajo ya hu ne sɛ omuntimi entu omoto enye de be e ma banking ho oba na onya ebre enti cash collection services no so ya bia prom ye de maba wona emranche no a ye train no mu yi pa Sajo oba wa hye ho na obaji sika ne koto account no ma entem pada no nya SMS alert eno so banks ne bi wo ho no ma omo charge badwabe Herbal bank de SMS alert no Sajo e free yan charge bibia de be e wo so Monday to Saturday dwabe Herbal bank cash collection no so ya biem Sajo de ani kan ba ko no se holidays kra no dwabe Herbal bank wo frɛ ya ye beba abedi sa adwuma ye de amount onu ye adwuma no so no na e fe ne say loans no so no Sajo ya jem amount bi a wo pe bia dwabe Herbal bank enye se bia fe na wo kofa e da pipa ne ayi bia ye de ba wo de bo modi answer be de beba wo ba so a ye be je wo fe so meja ma nua Benis na so ade sampalo so atwa ma
Benis
Sajo
ni ti o kakra
e da se pa ye be koso de nchia kese ama etiefu nyina na ye de nchia enso afri dwabe Herbal bank management and staff ama dwabe Herbal bank customers nyina na ohwa asempa bi koso dwabe still a manfo enyamai dwabe Herbal bank afatu ye ho se ye mpese obi biara be mese ene business opportunity hwe yenua no ma okay etia omokọ kwan so China kwan so Togo kwan so magazine fo ekofa eniema eba na ohwe a eduru bre bia ya na eniema ne beduru a ohawa omukom sika kakra omope ede akoyi niema na ya na eho ayeden amo saa hawi nyina dwabe Herbal bank afatu omo ho so se saa hawi nyina ye pese ye yifrio wo debra usika semu nkomodie no abetu dwabe Herbal bank anim ye wa sempalo ekoso wo honom eno de da na wo ba ye na yese ye de ma eno so nya afi na kofa dan papers bia bra kofa abusuapani bia bra ni nyina ye udwumadi a wudie no ɛsoa na yɛgyina na yɛde asempa loan ama dana wo ba ya ne yɛde saa loan ne ma a no so ensi ho no ɛwɔ fam pa eti yɛ ka che yɛ nua ma mo okay tia mo magazine o se ebre mu saa bre yɛ kɔ Christmas edu Christmas nso a edwade yɛ so yɛtɔ ne ma pa ment na hɔ ɛma saa bre no ɛma wuni stock na afi na wo be pesika Dwabin Bank sɛ yɛto yɛn sa afro sebra na ebeje saa asempa bosia yi bi nefa ekofa eniema bra na wo fa so kakra obenya no nso apone kakra de aka loan na obeje ye no the your fixed deposit nso ho fixed deposit ne de se wo pe ba bi pa ye investment papa de Dwabin Bank wo sika bi dadam sika no ekwa animu nyina fa so bi e maso Dwabin Bank to yen safro se fabra na ye ma we interest a eso ani pa your 3 months or your 6 months or and your 1 year e wo ho ni nyina so rate ne e wo soro pa wo hwe ma rate e so tete interest rate e so tete no Awurade adom Dwabin Bank nam se ya hoɔden no wo soro ni nti no interest rate bia so ante eti sabre ye to yen safro ba bia uti afri bia so wo sika e wo honom na dwumadi a wudi bedi no enyanso ya Dwabin Bank ye ka kyo se fabra ye fanto fixed deposit yi bi ma na ade enigi sem e wo ho se sika na akwani mu kakra ye na otena se ye so ba de fa wo rate bra ne na otena se ebedu time a obepie na wo se ya ma rate a wanka sa wakoma ato yem ama Dwabin Bank ye so akoma ato yem eti sika bia owo ho bia no fabra ne fanya fixed deposit de ohia your Ghana card so wo pese di dwuma bi wo Dwabin Bank de ohia your Ghana card 2 passport pictures and fie light bill na say water bill and as all digital address ne so na o de aka ho ye kira kwan no enye ira kwan ye wo Dwabin eye Asante Dwabin honom na ye head office no ewo ufri honom a ye wo ejeso nso traffic light na se honom a obehu Dwabin Bank obo onwe o market ho a ye bonrenso do station ho a ye wo honom obafumeso taxi rank honom no obehu Dwabin Bank na afa nso ye Roman Hill atonsu station honom a ba bia mani bokube no bisa Dwabin Bank na ni eni sikasemu nkomo ye adehyeman so eni ke gate 3 ene edi nhwanimu okwa manager Mr. Mankwa ochina ye birthday ye chia ne pa ye magazine so na kejasi abrosan ni mu ani wo Abawaru Junction ukopa nkro no nso abrosan e wapa o market wonom no obehu Dwabin Bank oba aboaso nso a ye wa aboaso station ho a bisa Dwabin Bank na sepe so Gaku house obehu Dwabin Bank na enche kra ye say atonsu branch no ye ba eti obia momodia na onhwe Dwabin Bank enim ewo atonsu branch pacho open semi mu nchiremu afre numbers yi so 0544 74 58 56 and 0243 18 20 24 0243 18 20 24
okay let us say before George na Benis J Dwabin Bank komuhwam amde abrem friend numbers no na ka ho fa ho ekodom Dwabin Bank mo bia wunya bia omo number 1 enka omunya best rural bank 2023 no kwa mipamcho George what's up page on say
Sajo echina Saturday market store me wo fumeswa
okay
anti ka chef masha mo pom top am na say Ghana card no pictures no mo nya available but the jaka say mo branch manager of masha branch and madam Stella accountant
okay yo you better masipa na sende mo at Transvium Dwabin Rural Bank George Renchi and Benis J nkomo mo de abrɛ no friend numbers no na oni omo eni nkomo afina we for air trans na fe ya hwɛ eye mo questions am de aba ene eye fiada no this is Makofa Gentleman Dental Clinic nso nkrato kakra bi aba
Your mama kwaba gentleman dental. Gentleman dental clinic you juma dia yidi ani say yebesiesie wo sen na yabo wo sen ho ban ama wonum enso ate anase wo sen animu nyam so afa na ntuma pa efura. Gentleman dental say oba ye clinic wa enema bibiri e na ye efa nipa wo sen ho ene wonum. Oba gentleman dental ye consultation and examination services. Problem ben e na e koso how ben na e koso wonum na fi wa kire anamo a e wo se utufa ho na itimi eboa. Afi ye san eye cleaning services oba ye profession no mu na ye friend is killing and polishing. Say ebia enema bi ahyehyehye esen no mu se bi o kasa itimi mapampan ene ade eba mu oba ho a itimi e hohoro wonum eyi saa enema no nyina edi free esen ase esen tibia na asesa no esan fa na ntoma pa edi fra obi wo ho ana tokuro ato ne semu anase ne se no eso ebubu anase wanya fracture esen ankasa ebu eno itimi eye failing enso so na ye dia ma wo anase ebi nso so na obi wo ho waba se ne se no watena se ama esen ase opese utu ne se no eno nso so ye frɛ no extraction oba ye extraction service eno so ye betu ose no edi ama wo afi ebi wo so na ne se no wanya missing teeth ye woni si no ahodo bebree ye frɛ bi se dentures no eye de utimi ehye na watimi asan ayi wa mu utimi yi na wasan ahye eno ne frɛ ne dentures no oba gentleman dental ye ni nyina bi wo afi ye wo fixed one no anase a ye ta frɛ no permanent one no eno nso so ye si a untimi entu bi eno ene frɛ no PFM bridge anase PFM crowns eno ni nyina no oba gentleman dental ye ni nyina bi ewo ho afi nso so ye wo bi se braces ni ye se o se no kwan de dem anase emu atetete bebree eno no oba yetimi ehye braces no within some period na o se no asan akrusu kama na ma o se no atimi ayeden anya ahoden afi obi pese oye teeth whitening o pese odi don hwere ba ko pe eye o se no fitafita te se de o ne bi so da oba gentleman dental ye be ye o se no fitafita e de amount a how bia eni ho abefo kwan so e na ye de e be ye e de amount afi obi pese o se ne sin gold silver oba gentleman dental ni na ye gentleman dental clinic ye tia kwan enye yira kwan kura ye wo Koforidua Central Police Station enchen wa ba bia market no ewo no ufri abronsan na new story building na okọ Central Police Station no gentleman dental branch ba ko ewo ho na wodru enkran so aye wo nungwa usi nungwa main lorry station hokra na ofra nurse ba ko bra be fa anase station nachi authority street ne so gentleman dental branch ba ko ho na atomic down do me kwa benya runabout no so ho gentleman dental branch no ba ko so ewo ho na wodru takwade pipe ano traffic light na ewo pipe ano ho no obefa kwan na ekota disco junction obepa junction no kakra ko wani obo se OGN bank no ewo ho ye ne OGN bank na wo the same premises na kachiman so ye wo magazine market kwan no so ho a onsa nifa so ho a gentleman dental branch ba ko ewo ho anase opposite AY Ahmed na odru Kumasi Abrepo junction total filling station wa traffic light na anihwe G runabout no free total filling station na yabon sign no na edi ho direct opposite to the Methodist school ho na gentleman dental ye wo tamalin so ye wo tishigu free yabon sign na okọ MTN main office ye ne tamale post office na edi anywhere ye adwuma free eda joada kopem eda memeda
yo afei na kwan adam some questions na mo de abano ya kinkan na abiafo ehwe questions ni nyina na omo echetra adwen de fa ho pamcho so obi the question eba na o adwenkyere bi enso e de fa ho a otimi de ba ana yen adwenkyere de ama obi question no ana fa obi question no so otimi de ba na fi ya toto adwen no mienu na ya peja yemu. All right, mamihwe de dinkan e wa hanom also who are the dangerous players as Antikodoko must look at within the work setup ahead of the game on Sunday. Mr. Albert Sapon Mankranso question how the Edinkai Abreye and then Anopay I don't know. Please, my question to Andy Kem is there any misunderstanding between Inter Milan and Simeone Inzaghi before leaving the club? Man degree, what's it say?
Continue question.
Okay. Was there any misunderstanding between Inter Milan and Simeone Inzaghi before leaving the club? Huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Man degree, would we if he could take and a Breye. Okay. Mami free man degree ho. Also, we all the free Dubai. UAE, Deco, unadi we abre. Joe, good morning to you and your respectable team. Please, my question is, what's the name of the board used by the referees to show subs and stoppage time? And why is it that commentators always know the kinds of subs to come off while they are not part of the team at the bench during the match? Okay, listening live from Dubai, UAE. And yes, subs no kwa. Almost I who time no kra time added on no. Omutimi hu ansana yesu ewo television no eso. All right. The Hunsem and so Ebebro why. Maminko Kingsley Tamale una the way and so Ebre. Almost all the newly promoted teams, namely Vision FC, Baseke Holy Stars, and Young Apostles. In the 2024-2025 season survived relegation. I want to know if that has happened before. Kingsley Tamale una the way and so Ebre. We see a friend of Amos Axim. How many indigenous and foreign coaches qualified all the African teams to the 2026 FIFA World Cup? Amos, Unawdiwe, and so a free Axim, Abrey, and Anopay. Mamin free Amos, na quickly, Minkoshe, Bakwana, Minubi, and so, and free, na Edin Kai, or say, good morning, General. Richard Ofori in an interview has hinted he's working hard to earn a collar to the World Cup. Will Ghanaians accept him? Fabio Udwe Efri Wenchi and Abreye. Will Ghanaians accept him? Fabio Wenchi or message and Efri Hono. Hello Sejo. Will Albert Amwa be able to play the game on Sunday against WAC? Fred Agogo also message and so no. Well, sir, do your panel believe Benjamin Asari will be the first goalkeeper or local goalkeeper to command a starting lineup at the FIFA World Cup based on what he has shown? Verona and Ibrahim, it is our message, and so if you are Brian. We as a one Burkina Faso player criticized CAF for their handling of the second best placed spots as he thinks it's unfair for Nigeria to overtake them. What are your panelists' views on that? Techiman and Mr. Boatin, it is our message and so free Abre and Anopay. Me free a year Techiman, Mr. Boatin, the so na mako the next one. Or say, why should we not accept Nketia and Odoi? Do we actually want quality in our squad or quantity? We should remember that competing at high stages, that is the World Cup, isn't mouth talking. We should be vigilant and not overreact to these players. Sam Tuga, Unaudiwe, and so Abraham and Anopay. Why should we not accept Nketia and Odoi? Do we actually want quality in our squad or quantity? We should remember that competing at the higher stage, that is the World Cup, isn't mouth talking. All right. Sam Tuga, you also message, My name is Danny from Accra, Amaria. My question is, what is wrong with this? If Ghana is able to have players like Edin Ketia, Odoi, Athakon, Lavia, and more, for me, I think every coach would like to work with quality players. Danny, anyway, Efri Accra, Amaria, Accra, Amaria, na Maria, Amrahia, all right. Mumo di mami ye, any baby Efri Ebano. Andy na who say onim cry. Osudin you how ba no yi nani. Until crowd. We say as Morocco prepared to face Argentina in the Under-20 World Cup final, how has the final involving African teams been at the Under-20 World Cup? Koku Suarez, Unaudiwe, Efri, Tamale, Abre. Last season, for their African campaigns, both Dreams FC and Mediema received funding from the Ghana Football Association. Could your choices crew kindly tell us if the FA provided similar support to Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Gold Stars this season, or if they have yet to? Is this gesture typically done voluntarily or it's structured? Additionally, is the FA financially obligated to the clubs in such campaigns at all? Additionally, is the FA financially obligated to the clubs in such campaigns at all? Is this gesture typically done voluntarily or it's structured? Wow, Julian Caesar and Ekukuya Brofo and Anope, you know. All right, into your honum and so a day amount. Abbas goal scorer, Abasha Ghana Hano be ending. Wow. I'm watching you guys live at Kotobabi near the police station. I'm wishing Barcelona all the best. Good morning to my brother, Muftau Ahmed, and his wife, Mariam. All right. Scorer, every Spain, Abagana, Kulem, and Wabeshe and Cry. Nti, I don't know, more amateur in Canabia, Bibi, or some different one. And Jobakumasi. Na, and also know, Kindly let Rich Dofori be aware that Ghanaians still remember what he did in Cote d'Ivoire. Besides, the day Ayu, who won the Under-20 World Cup, Kurampo, is not ending a call-up again. How come him?
We'll answer question.
It is a wild one, Sabo. The Ecope who can be different from the old Ibana. That's a breath. Anyway, if it's St. Martin's Hospital, Ikwe, Elembele District. Unadi sa question and so we got a question. Okay. Pato Landis have a such town we Abraya. Ghanaians are also asking Richard Ofori, who asked him to touch the ball. Ghanaians are not ready to for his comeback. Pato Landis have a such town. And so and I did say message and so Abraya. The nipa from so back one is a friend Black Stars beam. And a bibi na mujina so aka dey fine. But say oko touch the ball na koye corner. And they be share you know. It be a friend beam. Is that what you say?
That's what they are saying. That's unfair.
I'm said there so for you and they say Ninu anuma enam sa de no so enti bet di omo no. Opo mo chow omo fanche. Apology ni be wi a em said they aka no mbeti no. Because them investors eboka no I know who you dina among person who the channel
mistakes they said both
can't the beer
two mistake back on I am foul there and a place I retire over there
can you be
why is it that Manchester United, Liverpool and Manchester City these clubs are not buying players from each other? Why? Abubakar Sadiq, popularly known as Sika Gari, Sahi Asarin, so message out the Abba, no, Yabba so na Yabi Yano ede about. Or you both watching the message with you near Behi and a Bray, or say, or you both watching, say, good morning, sir, please ask Andy for me. What should Asante Kotoko do to beat WAC at the Accra Sports Stadium? All right, the Yabesha na ye no ede amount. Seth Edward Daban and Abba. Ghana has qualified to the World Cup 4 times and have scored 14 goals, if memories serve me right. Boss, my problem is, apart from Asamoah Gyan, who was a typical striker who scored 4 out of 14 goals, all the other scorers were either midfielders or defenders. Kudus, 2 goals. Didayo, 3 goals. Montari, Bukari, Salisu, Dramani, Prince Boateng, boss. My question is, who is the topmost striker Ghana is going to rely on in this current generation of the Black Stars at the World Cup? Seth Daban, the Ode Abreye, and the Anope, and so, and Makinkai Mano, a free honor. I'm watching you live from Tadi. I want your men to give me the best 5 defensive midfielders in European football currently. My name is Yaru Suleiman Tadi. I think I'm Drew Michael Ablekuma. Big Joe, I want Franco Naro to explain these terms used in football statistics. 1. Interception. 2. Blocks. 3. Saves. Okay. Secondly, what is the what is the what? Where do we very important to Amo? What is the order of TP Mazembe and AS Vita Club?
Ibia or Como State. Anna.
Well.
Ibia current state.
The I am to but I'm going to come on Rasul Faba. Sebe catch speaker I. Inti or AS Vita and TP Mazembe be the most important word we hear from. Joe, I'm Lionel's Oko Sosi Crowfrom. Please, has any woman been a center referee in men's World Cup final match before? If yes, who is that proud woman? And if no, why? Okay, there also the Abre no. Maybe call the next one, Benji. In fancy, we are Ose Wak. Come Sunday. WAC will score Kumasi Asante Kotoko 3-2 and Hearts of Oak. Okay, Green is honorable wisdom or say Buama. We any question. But the more no question I'm from Remy now mention. Idrisu Salaga Seth you ask Franco Naro, which country surprised him most during the World Cup qualifiers? Alright. Tina and also no. Which country surprised you most? Be a bit me and you are. Now, my question is, should Kotoko go into Sunday's game with an all-attacking mindset or defending? Samuel Mante, Accra Pantan, way about all-attacking mindset or defending mindset better than Kotoko in Sunday game no emu against WAC of Morocco. Good morning, Kessben FM. You are second to none, Yadasi. Which country has produced the most Ballon d'Or winners? Greetings, my lovely daughter, Doriska Adum. Okay, Kisiwa Doriska Adum Kisiwa of University College of Education, Winnipeg Campus. Joseph Adum, aka Captain from South Africa. The Ode Abre and Anope and so and Echa Eguno. Quickly, my major question way and also Efri Hefa and Efri Sunyan Zongo. Please, I want to know the country in Europe or Africa that has produced the greatest number of players. Number 2, I want you to tell us the highest paid journalist in Ghana from number 1 to 10. Don't say you don't know because if you don't know that of others, you can tell us yours. And if you should know Zongo, we name the demo salaries,
Now we're there with the highest paid journalist in Ghana. And I've been there.
Do you name for their income salary? Not for dinner, so you
The 110.
The 110 now, only have intro.
Hey, we're more attacking.
Because we would tell we attack.
Someone's out there about Unya.
No,
we be track.
So we will say a salary now more attacking.
First dinner is a salary. And now we're ready to tell him yours.
But Nico has more attacking.
The 110.
I was asking you. Say, be a who see a discussing players.
I know if you are 110. Maybe go to another.
Yeah, who discussing? David,
it's only my better and I make a statistics. May you know, I can say, we don't discuss.
Yeah, who discussing the guy one for the day. Can we be ready? Yeah, can superstars need teams in for the discussion. I'm Abdul Wadud, watching you live from Ntonsu Zongo. Please, who is the Ghanaian footballer with the highest Ballon d'Or ranking? Okay. Ghanaian footballer with the highest Ballon d'Or ranking. Abdul Wadud. Who do we free and Ebre? Ma yan twasu ebium. Ma mention Abdul Wadud, ma you there no everyone Tonsu Zongo. you dear no, it am from my P. Bakuna mehu. Yanko the next question every Koforidia, Asokori Koforidia, Wafa Lord. Misaka message, you know, please, what sanctions have been meted out to Eritrea by CAF for causing all this confusion? I suggest they are banned for 30 years from both AFCON and World Cup qualifiers. Don't you agree with me? Wafa Lord, Asokori Koforidia, you message, you know, and so everywhere. At the mount. I mean, call the next one every Takradi Kojokrom Jacob. We do every Takradi Kojokrom and Abrayen. Please, I want Andy and Franco Naro to answer these questions for me. Putting achievements aside, who is a better footballer? Who is a better footballer? Putting achievements aside. Number 1, Charles Sailor and Dede Ayew. Number 2, Don Bote and Dede Ayew. Putting achievements aside, who is a better footballer? Jacob Takradi Kojokrom. Yeah, you message, you know, and so every ho. I mean, got the next one or the free Kotobabi Accra. Abrantier. Hi, good morning, General. Nowadays, you don't read my messages. Why? Okay, is it true that Romeo Lavia, Josh Achampon, and Tariq George want to play for Ghana at the World Cup? Can they help us? Abrantier, Kotobabi Accra. Okay, Romeo Lavia, Josh Achampon, and Tariq George. Okay, Intina, and also no. Why dear and a twice so let me free her and tentem and mano. Please, I want Andy to give me the difference or similarities between Mesut Ozil and Zinedine Zidane. Inas Kitikrachi. Similarities or differences, Mesut Ozil and Zinedine Zidane. Kitikrachi and ye do ye free her. Na ya kokro ben so ya mon famra bako esa okay me free Kitikrachi na me ko Takwa. Good morning Sir Joe Rashid from Takwa Buama. Okay, please, I want Andy Kem to tell me if Ghana Black Stars was his team. He will allow if Black Stars was his team, will he allow Otto Addo to lead us to the Mundial or the World Cup? If yes, why? If no, why? Okay. Rashid, anyway, free Takwa and Abraye. My free Rashid, so Takwa, na for many entre Ehifa, Ashtown, Kumasi, Benjamin, Ashtown. Between Manuel Noah and Ike Casillas, who was the better goalkeeper in the game? Me free a honso na madimani actually, please. This is my question. Sedu, what have you done to the ship dealer? Okay. Yanko yanim, yanko no uyen bibi no attack o. Do tu an kakra wa attack na me. Uyen bibi no attack o. O attack was quite despite the doctor what's the name? Oforisa Pondok. Kwakuti, Dr. Kwakuti.
Are the small boys, you know, a best Kazimua.
Let's get what is small boys. Don't go back. Why
this way, sir?
This way, sir. Now, Omukro attack you. Okay, yan twaso emfa mamwe. Why dear and twaso please? Who is the youngest referee to handle Ghana's Ghana Premier League game? A Square, Jape Krum, and on the way Abreye. Okay, me free A Square, Jape Krum. Now me call Samed Obuasi Tutuka Samed. The Ghanaian footballer with the highest Ballon d'Or ranking is Asamoah, which was 18th after the 2010 heroics at the World Cup. Samed Edwe Ifri Obuasi Tutuka and Abreye. Okay, what is the difference between knockout and a technical knockout in boxing? Oliver anyway ifri amano chrome akuapem na abre ene anopay me free Oliver so me ko me free akuapem me commercial ko this scarcity Susek. All right. Good morning, sir. What will be the criteria for selecting Ghanaians who would like to join the Black Stars for the World Cup? Should you be part of the supporters groups or what? Scarcity Susek. The open I don't know. Susek Sunyai. Was a uko America Nibia. This what called joining groups Nibia na. Any good player abroad or locally based ones who deserves to be called into the Black Stars should be given the chance. After all, we need to fish out the good ones to the upcoming AFCON Morocco as well as the World Cup 2026. My regards to Andy, Franco Naro, and you, Sergio. Hey, AFCON. Where if you okay. Intina and also no. But remember the next one. You call a heifer. I'm MTN Pragya Rider. Watching you live from Techiman. Oh, okay. MTN Pragya Rider. As I say.
We are Pragya for non say omode enema bobo omukano. Omo yinechi.
Okay.
Tibia ono no dia no dia ono dia.
MTN Pragya Rider. Okay, from Techiman. Please, which country in Africa has appeared at the World Cup most?
Okay.
And what was the first time? When was the first time that country appeared? Please, I want Andy Kem or the Muslim man to answer this question for me. Muslim man, so what? Okay, Edina and also no. You're free to achieve money. I say I call. Sir Mario Udifrehine. I want our Mohammed to answer this question for me. If South Africa had won against Zimbabwe, would they have qualified for the World Cup? Considering what Nigeria will have played against Benin. Okay, Sir Mario. Question no ayekle Dinienko. Next one. Meko Bantama D Black Unadi Way Abraham. What's the current form of FC Barcelona players with injuries? Okay, what's the current form of FC Barcelona players and players with injuries? Okay, what's the current form of FC Barcelona and players with injuries? Okay, inti those who are pigadi free bantama abraying no. All right. Be us sending the correct pronunciation of Maria was Amra here was we had to call fire on your 0244 263902 naminti why 0244 263902. How the audio for her intimi okay. The Fafa number now, the amount of part of between and pronouncing ye. I asked this question before, but no one answered me, or the answer wasn't provided. Why is it that in most of Saudi Pro League matches, the officiating referees are from Europe? Is there any special affiliation between the two nations in terms of football? Samuel Mensah, Tobizo, who are accounts office, Mana International School, Bremen UGC, una di way abre yen pamto na de mompe answer no emfa emano me ko me free Bremen ho na lodu questions here be. Good morning, Joe. Is the World Cup games are the World Cup games the last matches for Ghana? If not, then why are we always why are we having problems with the collapse of the foreign-based players, Odoi and Nketia? Number 3, wouldn't we also behave the same way if we are in their positions as they were raised by the youth teams with their culture, etc., etc.? Number 4, wouldn't these players in our team also behave same if they were also raised like them? Number 5, did Otuado play at the 2006 qualifiers before joining the World Cup squad? Did Otuado also play the 2006 World Cup qualifiers before joining the World Cup squad? Okay. Number 6, are we looking at their age and potentials that they can be great in years to come, and the Black Stars will benefit most? Hey, I don't know brain na brain yeah. Inti SFA ni na the emano na the and Apostle Frank and me who was so ha. All right, you be addressing ni na the amount why Apostle Frank. Mami call the next one or the free and by what is the total number of goals scored by Africa as a team? Okay, at the World Cup. Hayford, who do we free Boise and Abraham? But I want a question. What is the total number of goals scored by Africa as a team in the World Cup? African countries in now come on number of goals I watch a World Cup. Hayford or Boise in the way Abraham. Hayford, you may have watched the amount because Citizen Abacha Takrade. Citizen Abacha Takrade. Joe, in the Kotoko squad, which striker will Andy and Sir Franco Naro recommend for the team? Which striker will Andy and Sir Franco Naro recommend for the team? Who can work match now? And I say, who can striker be Kotoko ni sisia as on Kofana Beckham next window now? I'm interested. Be a ding now, no more young says striker be a system no more. I said Beckham Kotoko squad no one, Abia, Onya Maya. And I go buy a bed walk to Copa and now say against WAC. I don't know. Munyan Mirina, maybe you beat me answer the question no at the amount one specific. All right. My usual way, Gilbert Woodway if we Accra and Abba plays the youngest player in 2025. Oh, Hefa, Ghana, and I say Hefa. The youngest player. In 2025, as I said.
Contest,
no. For league babe. Contest. Yeah. As a moment in second yes, I intimate answer. I want to ask you, Sergio, if you were Otto Addo, will you call Ofori? Greetings to you and your sports crew. And Ba Alfred in Shatre. Anyway, and so the viewers adna ye no antiase because na ye busa ye say nti mo betima gina say o de nsa kan ball no na ye corner na ye ko ball corner na ye be say nti me enfre ni bio question we na me busa
even if he's on form and can help the Black Stars.
Tu me busa say me an can friend no
the opposition
say we betin one answer say one can friend so only if for form because say Kobasi ye fa players no be a mistake enye diku na ma Central African Republic for no be boom no go imu but he's still in the Black Stars.
Otherwise after 2010 Asamoah is done no more be
come work the Black Stars
Ghana in Sudan salisu
America ground no team to be
until be a mistake back when Chelsea
you could do in a couple of penalty say ni Niger.
Yes. Yeah. Even World Cup the day you also ball penalties.
Yeah, key individuals in terms of their errors so their first 11.
Maybe Cote d'Ivoire Hokrano. They players be the common passes and co open the drum.
Osman Bukari
Williams and confirm Amani Kruma me amejama. Into the year Kawahane say some from so ninti enkyere say Yemano blackouts or Black Stars. In name so for Imra, he hasn't justified it to be called.
Exactly.
But there was 7 months to the 8 months to the World Cup. Until along the line, if he pick up, in fact, goalkeeping department, General, Yenwe Ghana, goalkeeping department, Yenwe. If he saw break up him 6 months somewhere in May, ABSC submit a list, we will still be scanning around.
Your team I know the two people no say and you baby
it's not make say to force you a keeper and our massive experience is especially at the World Cup. If such a person assuming say or that consistently no you back
dog on World Cup down Afcon wako.
Oh, okay.
Afcon wako. Last World Cup he was in the team nanka ena injury set up.
Well, I'm only saying that Ushe goalkeepers here we are in terms of experience, probably Atizigi Nebebe in Kakra.
Yeah.
3 goalkeepers no. Atizigi na bebe ni kakra. And goalkeepers we know as they grow they get more experience. And that stage you need experience. And Nelson Menfra no. But the free break on Yemfan is along the line. He picks up and is playing waller. Untumi nkasa sa mfum so no koye ninti. My friend. And only as my eka. Into you say Joe. Wo no team na ka be friend no adama.
It depends on the current form.
The current form.
Depends on the current
mistake
form.
there.
Me go go say a friend say
okoye mistake
about goal by.
Se bribe no kwaje ye dia. Ene e be ka so kwaje bribe. Nti no de yem free obi.
If you know, kindly update me with the whereabouts of teacher Hafiz Kunkuni, Kofi Road to Canada. Anyway, and so also, if a player accumulates 3 yellow cards and cannot feature in the next game, does that affect the player if his team is playing the CAF Championship or Confederations Cup?
Which game?
League matches and we 3 yellow cards. Africa affect one. Kofi Road to Canada. Anyway, and so Dr. Franco Naropa, forgive Richard Ofori for the way. A goalkeeper who turns an obvious goal kick into a dangerous and eventually fatally corner kick. Does he know why he calls Ghanaians? Himself and Dede Ayew will have no part to play in the 2026 World Cup. He should wait till he becomes the goalkeeper's trainer of the Black Stars and then use his fate as an advisory message. Anyway, the salary is too small to mention. So we will pardon you. Boys are bread. NTK address. That's why. Una uskafa.
The tutorial no one.
The tutorial no one.
Udika.
The Jesus I that's pa NTK. The usika. That's it.
Can you hear him say busumi so ananka odika kraba.
Odika kraba.
Ne dia so ye kakra no so.
Ni seti so dey.
Oh, sa.
See a die, see the baby, I will sign apartments. Uncountable.
I see.
You do just what Busana say NTK.
Yeah, na still Kota Roberts.
One city cry. Oh, because of salary. Yeah, attacking Kakras.
I'm going to diffuse na still Kota Roberts in the came.
So go out open.
Sir.
How do this Cafu will look at him?
I got a rubber and I look at no.
I know there's the full you push me. Oh, not even a baby sound.
Oh, sir.
Before we rebel, look at me, papa.
Let's say, can you scan there's on supper?
There be almost some people anywhere, change look at original, papa. Yes,
I see.
I don't know how to do it.
So you do go man, the baby say be answer you know.
And there papa.
Answer you
attack you.
Oh yeah. You the go no answer question be answer you know. Ah, say my try be pay 3 times. You go man over ko heaven.
Obi no na dia nche na onyinya na nim say.
Onya the guma question be say be answer ni eti. Oh, let the try the boy. For the guma, I need to love me.
Oh, my attack and digger, Grazania.
You're going to be your best, sir.
After the quarter of us, you came to attack me.
The Capra Crown. I want your panel's opinion on these. Personally, I think Benjamin Asare is doing well, but he hasn't yet been tested considering the teams we have played since he got into the post. He shouldn't be our number 1 at the World Cup. Secondly, will the Black Stars management team also earn appearance fee at the World Cup? Since they won't even kick a ball. Lastly, should players be called based on national team performance or club performance, since some of our key players aren't getting playing time as the World Cup is ahead? Okay, Kotoko 1, WAC 3, Ababio Michael, UK, and so Bray. I see Enisa Benjamin Asare number 1 at the World Cup. Okay, when will be a fan and you hear goalkeeper. So we will be a who say or a better a chain Benjamin Asaria, Bondi, my young friend. Okay, my young we and swear. Shani Fosca, the MS question and please, when will Asante Kotoko get their own TV station and TV station hosted by Kwabena Yabua? Okay. Obobo ni all right. Sandy Fosca, Saks Pharmacy, Swami Branch, on the way, Obobo ni bebre, Hani do Laka sometime, can come board do Kessben. Okay, all right. Sandy Fosca, yate. Maminko Sikapa Methodist Hospital Bura so or say Sikapa question or say aside in Ketia and Odoy failing to honor the GFA's initial invitation to switch nationality do narrow an hour have any other reasons why they said we shouldn't invite them to the World Cup even in their topmost forms in percentage wise what Asante Kotoko's qualification chances against WAC? So yesterday was my birthday. You didn't wish me. Oh, and a belated one. Yemungu so. I was in the fast. So Sikapa, whether this hospital lebura so enra your birthday into a child belated one. I'm happy birthday. Nyakupo onyo kase why na ontu nkwemomo sika da. Zekov Muhammad Mensaka message we I understand Romeo Lavia want to switch nationality to Ghana. So what? So that he can get a chance to represent the country in the Mundial. How true is that? Okay, anyway, I lost a brother and a true friend this morning, Hamza Idris. Jenny well, bro. May your gentle soul rest in peace. Okay, my young friend, the next one. Tutu Edwin Nicosia, Cyprus, and Abre Nicosia. Please, 15 years. Liverpool were about going administration. A team that has previously won the Champions League in 2005 played the final in 2007 and semi-final in 2008. Why will a team doing well in Europe like this be going bankrupt? If not the intervention, had not been the intervention of FSG. Greetings you all. Okay, Tutu. And Amayensa Akasa message way and so. Mamisha way and so quickly. Please, do you think Coach Otuado can lead the Black Stars to the World Cup? And can he perform? In my opinion, this is the cheapest World Cup qualification Ghana has ever had, considering the countries Ghana met. Please, can the FA hire an experienced coach to lead Ghana? Sir Smith, Doma Senior High School, and so Ebre. Is it true that we are the cheapest World Cup qualification Ghana has ever had? Eduwa na my wajma ede amai. Sir Smith, Doma Senior High School, and Apida way and so the way Ebre. So, what is so special about WAC of Morocco? Is it their past glories or their recent form? Can Andy give us the videos of their top players and their style of play? Oura Kwame, Toronto, Canada. There also the Abre and Anope. No. Boss, Dr. Franco Naro. I know about 15 years ago has changed since he became a doctor. Okay, I know Dr. Franco Naro for about 15 years. He has changed ever since he became a doctor. Now it seems he's proving my friend Mr. Kwame Poku Duba of Hebron apartment right, who always says doctors and women. It seems he is now more interested in discussing women, Anna. He knows all the secrets about them. Very experienced in that field. Seth, anyway, Ifri, Hifanaba, Dabai. Seth. You bring a questions, no debate in okay. The next one, or say, I ask all the journalists working in Ghana. I ask all the journalists working in Ghana know every player around the world's salary. both local and continental. But why is it that you journalists don't know your own salary and that of your colleagues? Why? Brother, what do we free? I will two budgets and a brother. So they are
say adwuma na ye ni journalist for ho adwuma enti ye ni adwuma ne say ye nua ada journalist or more different radio station and as a different institution no and ni adwuma ne say be hu omo salaries but for players, coaches both local and foreign ye adwuma omo ho adwuma na ye anything dey ni omo salaries no
we are no free player any club sign a contractor. Part of the contract is deposited at their FA. Inti yemfa say Kotoko Samba Onel. The contract involving Kotoko and Samba Onel, copy of it is in the system. Me se mini Mr. Kobrakesi o contractor. E wo yemi edu pe ho. Eni baby a. Inti enye nwanwa se meti andi salary minimum, awal die minimum. Inti players contract a more or less public document. There be player salaries any sign man a public document. Ours is not. Beside that, ye beka and crofo wasem. Name ye meka ye wasem. Ye beka players near the wasem. Ye meka ye new journalists for wasem. Ye intimate me discuss sometime and answer bright can come board and answer ubia kinebe. They will also not be doing that. Because that is not the subject of interest to our audience. Until Montiasi.
Okay. And so, no. All right. That's enough. In fact, a crab being come on, you questions no, I know, and far, and mamma. And take me and cabbage in the cacasa. And it was.
So I pay you.
Mrs. No, the banner. Also, I say what free was about. Okay.
Yeah.
First time I call NTK. Let me share that some years back. And a year be the buy. I'm say park and also the fee in the bay. Now on the FA. Oh, and see a whole one and your Taja whole one. Yeah, you would feel. We really almost say also at me can whom it. Oh. The memory ni come on the call in living room. Okay, didn't come on and say bedroom now. Okofa envelope. Tell one focus say school say na and the medidi can do the medidi.
That they okay hydrate.
Maybe had it. Okay. Or the envelope bread. It's fine. If you shall me pekwa bisu ma hwede wom. You fast now, I didn't grab a pay contract and could be $20. $20. You said $20.
Yeah, no, the one is 100.
$20.
He said it.
Wow.
And I didn't know we are sorry. No,
that's just what mean is
yes, $20. And the crowd said $10, $20. I saw make a
$200 not $20. Wow.
Some 7 years ago.
That time's not dollar no for back.
What do you think has necessitated this Benjamin Asare conversation after the Black Stars qualification? Those saying the goalkeeper was never tested during the opponent in the qualifiers. Was the defense tested? And should they also be replaced? Okay. Alaji Sita, Bremen, New York, and anyway, and so Abreye. Yeah.
The issue has been say Asare number one, or some clean sheets near the which strikers in Omiti pressure being in the barn, so he wasn't tested enough. Those were coming, but for now, I think those comments are unfair.
Yeah,
he's done his bits, but for me, we can't also close the door.
Okay.
See, number one away, we can't close the door.
Okay.
But I think, as far as the qualifiers are concerned, he's done his bit. We are not the floor now. Besides, which strikers now they are no correct. Teams now is here, Comoros, Madagascar, Mali, Chad. Honestly, there's no world-class striker or top striker in any of these teams. But hey, test the question or the by and say defenders and also the same attackers near so many or muna or monso so bad defenders and so in Tianka say defenders were also not tested enough, so should they be changed and all
right.
Into Ujra so Kasa and change Asaria, I would disagree with you.
All right. Doc is wearing Odo handcuffs. My first time of seeing it. Doc is wearing Odo handcuffs. My first time. Nana the way free and
I'm sure he's talking about my ring.
I don't know. Odo handcuffs. Okay.
I bet so.
Ring, you know. Oh, there be I should know. Ono need to hold that.
Na unje
ring to hold that.
Hey, asemu.
Hey, abafo. Asemu. Ese de bia. Or the daddy dware bia. Ghana should consider okay. Hey, asemu. Is it Jaden also Odro and the AZR Kama goalkeeper? Okay. Yeah. Odro Jonas, who do if you want to and Abreye. But many bear and Naya Numbi and Fuanafi, a first batch of questions, you know. Fifi the referee Poland. Wow, Fifi Poland. I said, yo, when a country or team wins a tournament, do they pay taxes on the prize money to the host country? Oh, okay. Those who was at Fifi Poland is saying, Poland Ghana for those who had. Okay, the fee video de abandon. You are winning bonus now. They my players now. Taxes.
My chrono boy na you need to tax more money and players need to tax more money.
Tell those who are asking about your salaries that they can also start a show on radio or YouTube and discuss about journalist transfers and salaries. You shouldn't expect you to do that. Okay, I like the porcupine. So who ye pa was Saudi Arabia. Remember Nafi the others no and so Bremo. We say do Laka good morning sports team. Will you Mr. Dolaka and Mr. Doctor maintain Coach Ado for the World Cup? After all, the Radibuame noise. The Black Stars were your bona fide property. Kakra anyway a free Cape Coast and Abreye. NTK, there was a long message ebi aba. Yes, a while.
Oba bekai on.
Utu na pam ba. No other king can say message.
Na dinwa.
Many worry.
Ateme no akoka na obi ebusa utado. Obe mu na yeko. That work can was biara. Mo say obi ebusa say I wo team no no.
Ya mamfo bisa say you refer dem.
Dem see how say. Obusa say you ne se Franco say omu team.
Omu bona
prophet ya. Ado.
Say enu say ma o kai ne say ye o pride I am fault ado do. Am for funny trans house.
If you are thinking about pride and get put ado.
Yeah,
because yes we are level. And yes so say an here there.
It's a question so one side.
Yes.
Okay. I want to know the current state of police death. Okay, Safo anyway for Santasian Petia and so Breye and Anopay. The last one later I never have other questions no and so Damparo Samuel what if you Kwaso and Abba for once fire burned the crew for not answering my question the other time. I asked whether prayer is mandatory in association football or not. Because ever since I started watching football, there hasn't been a single game with the two teams saying a word of prayer. Damparo Samuel Kwaso the Abre no.
Na Damparo odija shi ewi ebe de ya no.
Also the other time na ya no.
Inti janshi
no fire no too.
We are already bent.
Okay, in a football match if a team gets a red card and it goes into penalties and all the 11 players score and the red card team score 10. The red carded team will choose another player to go and play or will they lose the match? All right. Then also the Abre and me so na makakofa amuzu garlic nkra to kakra aba we answer questions ni na
ma etiefo nyina akwa ababa amuzu herbal clinic na ye de do no amuzu garlic bitters eyeduru a emamoje die fusane ewo nipadua no mu eyeduru ebua ma obi a ne pressure ewo soro eba fom pa obi so a otie mi a wadro srade abro so obehia amuzu garlic bitters. Amuzu garlic bitter prevent numbness so obi se mensa anasa minan 83 nedro eye amuzu garlic bitters. Amuzu garlic bitters controls urine flow. Dear ojun so bebre anaso ojun so basa no onye amuzu garlic no mu a emeso tikura. Amuzu garlic bitters prevent sciatic pains. Obi say doctor me to ase twetweme unya amuzu garlic no mu atu edi. Amuzu garlic bitters is good for stroke patient. Obi anya stroke, obu a stroke na born nkaye. Unya amuzu garlic no mu atu edi. Sa medre na sofu bi anya stroke for years. What thought wa menu panom. I na wetimi asori ananti waka. Amuzu garlic bitters boost the immune system and fight infections. Se utie me na se uyo chembe wu yare biya ba bekrawa. Kopa amuzu garlic no mu en ne mo ho ye dene. Na kutie nyarewa. Amuzu garlic bitters prevent body weakness. Obu ha ahomre woni so. Amuzu garlic bitters dilate the arteries ebia intinimu mamoja ediefusani yie pa. Amuzu garlic bitters support the pancreas. Amuzu garlic no pancreas ho ya de ne modidi a ekotwetwe sugar na glucose na omuno me so te mass sugar eba normal. Amuzu garlic bitters improves vision. Obu oho a ne pressure was with the man de hunu wo form. Onya amuzu garlic no mo ebuaw ma friends woni na eye wisi no we hu ade yie pa. Amuzu garlic bitters prevent palpitation. Nipa biya home ban sese home no wasuru bebre sa kope amuzu garlic nenom. Amuzu garlic bitters prevent insomnia. Obu ha obre panse wada ye frade bi zinc ene sulfur ye rich amuzu garlic mu ye kogu mu a na my body ne home na home bo se nche na wada enti de na ho ade ma no kope amuzu garlic bitters nenom. Amuzu garlic bitters rich in allicin and selenium, which helps improve blood circulation on the male sex organ. Inti bema osi oda humachi antini bema nkano. Kopa amuzu garlic no mwe. Nimoja ni die fusane enko bema no hunadachi ya watini nka. Amuzu garlic bitters is rich in agioni. Ena musa agioni ninti ebo ema awodi akwa no ho ban ema sebuo ema kosu atuo nyina no emoni nyina kosu kama enti oba obuni se a embe yie obehia amuzu garlic bitters oba on person na wo eti kosu hia amuzu garlic bitters uko drugstore pharmacy anase herbal shop biara obenya bi ato upedro nsemise bi nso a no afra mi nama eye 0247 776743 0247 77 67 43. Amuzu Herbal Clinic, Mauji Hiochalo.
The edition questions no first batch no yensa aka awa yensa say
Sergio Sergio obi beside say Albert Amoa, will he be ready for the game Nyameboa Sunday between Kotoko and Wydad Athletic? Sergio indication say training but a ban contact baby a boys in Ibobona. He's been allowed to train individually, but oftentimes a coach epese onya pep talks with the team obense wababe kan ni nyina meje de say precaution ahead of the game owing to the injury now onyaye in that game against Bibiani Gold Stars. Sergio hand pa ama went me ambo that game against Nations FC. And Sergio going into this game against Wydad Athletic Club no a very crucial one, and Albert Amoa will be very, very key and so important in Kotoko's quest to be into the group stage of the competition. The presence ebeboa akai me what happened when Kotoko any work ya ishia nana India de no akai me pa when India was injured ye operating in nine ye bebo final no wa she Jesse wa ba on the pitch just warming up session na Seju Nana India ne nine esa kokaya ama went me and border final. Unfortunately, ye ni dim free the starting lineup no and they replacing it with Kujopuku Mahala. Eye adia amount for be kaipa in a similar situation AC. And India was so key in that CAF Cup Winners' Cup campaign in 2002 Akotoko and they do final no. The same also applies to Abetamwa. And also be very key work that game no. So indication about say or training there, but they are taking precautions with how said there or training the Kotoko or more preparations or more yeah. Let's see what happens, but it's likely he's going to feature ahead of that game.
Also bempa si di kano amrahia nims we ma setia amrahia ese we bandent mansana refi bempa edasi pa amrahia. All right. Otumutrim yonko edasi.
Sejo obi bisa se yebetimi abane Eritrea na. Sejo ni nyina be free CAF or FIFA. But when omodi kan ma amanfo tiase se omuntimi mo. Se enkoba ne se ya hyase ena ekoba ne se ye boa no moye modun so mbe free ma. Sejo it will become a bit problematic in that situation. But they decided to opt out even before the start of the competition. And said, "Yo, Eritrea angaza omo football omo mobi AFCON omo kobida. Emo mfa ho omo players no kra omo tu kwan a ebinu mu dwane omo mafie. And when nyina menyi ni say abe affect omo bia. Yes, in as much as ade na omo aye na omo free no, across a whole lot of confusion within the group table thematics no how indications no ebaye after say yabo games ni nyina wie ye hu top teams o mo qualify afa ye ba be omo a mo betimi awuremu into the second spot no free mo free no e na CAF aye o madwen say se omo ma pepere yo edadi ema omo a omo group na Eritrea e free no. That's the reason why omo ye ne say wow be we bia ye bet 2 points e free. Wow, this second. Yes, it played to an advantage of another side and to a disadvantage of another side. But Sergio, I don't think say ye bani Eritrea be how because mo kasa international game no omo cheda movie and for me, I think say that's my take on that. Obi besides say ye wo oba wedri referee ewo World Cup. Yes, the last World Cup ewo Qatar 2022 we had Stephanie Frappat, a French international, Odi Costa Rica and Germany, ewo Qatar 2022. Yenya oba wedi World Cup final that say be a kono World Cup final, but ye cut tournament na ni nyina final. So oba wedi tournament no da in a game sa yabobo ewo FIFA World Cup. Salima Mukasanga, the Rwandan international, was also part of the refereeing contingent that went to the recent World Cup. So, in as much as a Wanjina center, but we had Stephanie Frappata, also the French international, obedi the World Cup. No da. So, Joe Binsu Bisa the African team with the most appearance ever the World Cup. No, the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon. Omo enomo ye team omo akọ World Cup duduo chain obia owo continent na omo akọ duduo nwotwe, that is 8 times. Their first time appearing at the world stage was 1982 in Spain. That was the first time the world stage saw the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon, and Cameroon were there in 1982. They missed out in 86 with Mexico, but they returned in 1990 with Italy, becoming the first African country to reach the quarterfinals. And that was when the world saw the heroics of Roger Milla and Nicolisa, Omode Cameroon team. They were there in US 1994, and of course France 1998, which was the fourth one. Obeka Japan, Korea 2002 when they were there, and of course Omo say out in Germany 2006 there, but they came back strongly. It was South Africa 2010 when the African continent hosted the world, and of course Brazil 2014 and then the last one in Qatar 2022. So Cameroon is the team. Now because omo national team omonya the highest number of appearances at the World Cup, followed by Tunisia and of course Obeka. Tunisia and Morocco amunyina ebeko mo 7th World Cup and also ebeba so yi Sergio obi so bisa say Zimbabwe South Africa timi share na ka otimi qualifier na yes what it means before say ye ba beti the points you know na South Africa were at 16 and komutimi share Nigeria komoko so if they were able to beat Zimbabwe now ka last game no kwa dey say you can form ho ka enya afi no mo ba betwent the last day say omo kwa akọsechi a win against Rwanda even though the win now went me nya against Zimbabwe no eno e postpone omo movement na omo twen so if the South African team the Bafana had won that game against Zimbabwe ka last game no dey say you come mfa ho ka pressure en shede ni bia e wo so obi nso beside said did Otodo played in the 2006 World Cup qualifiers? No, Seju. He wasn't part of that squad when they played the qualifiers. We started with an eliminator, which was the prelims, with the Somalian team. We beat them 5-0 in Accra, 2-0 in Kumasi, and in Echo Uremu into the group stages of the World Cup qualifiers. And I remember we were in the group with Burkina Faso. We were in a group with the South African team, Uganda, Cabo Verde, na yeni omo DR Congo, ena yenina ewo group with that qualification na yenina eko boy, you know. So we were in a group with 5 sides na yenina ekai. So I think say World Cup qualifiers probably that was the group ewo tough sides ayeshia because say you were in a group with the likes of Bafana, with the likes of DR Congo, Burkina Faso, Cape Verde and Uganda. Bafana were strong enough during those times and they have been World Cup participants even at that time. DR Congo, then called Zaire, later DR Congo, also have been a participant in the World Cup before. So even these two sides were tough sides, are more pushy to the world. So yeah, but that qualifiers in the Oto Ado Amobi. Yeah, but caught the World Cup. No, even yeah, AFCON 2006 no count. But prior to the Germany 2006 World Cup, and obeka omo participate e 2006 World Cup no pa so you we fi binu a o ha adwuma so amoye e biti se Bafojan played an integral role in that qualifiers no pa and Ibrahim Tanko was also another key figure in that squad. William Thiero mu nyina later on ye be forget you mo Dankwemu the late Godfrey Diabo omo no mo boy amankwa mreku at a point in time even Bernard Dombote and Charles Taylor Yusuf Alasan Chipsa and of course Obeka Abubakar Yahuza mu nyina in one way or the other played some couple of roles alongside Antonio Bodani Abladimoga mu nyina ye wo mo boy pa in the second half of the qualifiers and Jotex Asamoah Frimpong and Gordon Atramuso and Daniel Edusensu ebe wuremu they also played a key role but World Cup no there some of these names are me mention Seju ebia omo anya World Cup sport ne bi anko so etimi ba ne sa ebinum bebo qualifiers ne bi na ebinum aba be wuremu so Otoado was not part of the World Cup qualification.
Udi kana na man for comment so on questions abano. No so nanke di room baku bi. We every same health center and it's very unfair when people say Benjamin Asare hasn't been tested enough. They're the same Black Stars that played AFCON qualifiers against Niger, Angola and Sudan and conceded Wototo. Among these teams, which of them had a better striker? Among these teams, what's going on? You need a signal. Okay, my interest. It's very unfair when people say Benjamin Asare hasn't been tested enough. The same Black Stars who played AFCON qualifiers against Niger, Angola, Sudan, and conceded Wototo. Among these same teams, which of them has a better or world-class striker? The painful part is that those who are calling for Asare to be benched are the same people who are advocating for local players to be called. We don't fix it when it's not broken. We should be fair to the young man and believe in our own Justice Mampoa Same Health Center. And the way and so the comment all right. On go for more Kessben and well tested. World Cup, Usuma, a better goalkeeper. Also the response. My name is a better goalkeeper. More obedient.
That's the question. Yeah, that's the question.
If it's better,
one come alternative.
But Mabululu is ahead of all the strikers we met in the World Cup qualifiers. Angola for striker. He's ahead of Central African Republic, Comoros, Chad,
Mali.
Yes, inti no nkazi inshia strikers no mo ball AFCON no omo better than all the strikers we met in the World Cup qualifiers.
However,
Sergio Obi Bisai on the Benjamin Asari story, no. Sergio, with regards to the World Cup qualifiers, how things have panned out in the qualifiers. 10 games are a ball the group stages of the qualifiers now. Sergio, your keepers are boy before say Benjamin Asari ebemu into the instance of that qualifiers. No? So if you take a look at our first game against Madagascar, the Baba Yara Sports Stadium, I said it was Richard Ofori who kept in goal. And after that game, we went to Comoros Island and we lost by a goal to nil. It was Richard Ofori who was the same person in goal. And of course, Richard Ofori played the part 2 games per and die in this qualifiers, boy. And of course, after that game against Comoros and Madagascar, Atizigi and the 2 games are and also a boy. And that was when Otto Enyan the second coming. In the first competitive fixture was that game against Mali in Bamako when we won by 2-1. Atizigi was in goal. And of course, after that one, the 4-3 defeat at Edema, Central African Republic, Ewa Babayara. And Atizigi so dies. So after these 4 games, the rest of the 6 games in Seju, it's been Benjamin. No better the rest of the 6 from the game against Chad to the one against Madagascar in the second leg, Yesani Chad boy, Yeni Mali, and of course CAR in the last game against Comoros. What can still mind back even what happened in the first World Cup during the group phases? Sami Ejem Kwada 8 games of the qualifiers. Jojo Udabako, which was the game against South Africa, and Richard Kingston Sudabako, which was the game against Burkina Faso or the Cat Stadium. But when we were going to the World Cup, it became Richard Ofori. AFCON, it was Samir J in goal post. But such situation yet to say current way because we AFCON you qualify. Depending on said you be a Becca, said Yan Testino. But we saw him against Mali. In as much as our defense was good that day, we prevented the Malians from. There were some couple of shots by. So so because Benjamin Asari anye enough. Said ya am obisano yemaye ana obim propose obia why better than him. Yes, obin subeka say Atizigi played his part, but okay the numbers of matches are obia enyai among those goalkeepers now. It's been Benjamin. Yes, a different stage near Kodie. This is a whole lot the world stage. But I think Benjamin Asari has done his part with regards to how the qualifiers are panning out. The World Cup qualifiers.
If care is not taken, Benjamin Asari is going to be like Fatah Udauda, who jubilated after saving Cristiano Ronaldo's header at the World Cup. He needs to be part of the squad, but needs proper psychologists. Even if we don't get any goalkeeper, I think Atizigi should be in the post because we are talking about the World Cup. Even the ESCO members know that. I'm a view Michael Neymar. Anyway, and so Abre. And I'm only trust for Benjamin Asari.
What do we know? They're not ESCO members, no.
They're not ESCO members. Name say Benjamin Asari World Cup bonus. Benjamin Asari so now.
How can you even talk like this?
Atizigi na feels a bit better.
How about you? I don't know. I didn't know say Okasasa. First of all, ESCO member Ben Awana Junim. Not the ESCO members know that. This is goalkeeper Wademu. I mean, I qualify for tournament. You see, I'm saying Ghana be overreacting normal be I did be one year funny. Don't forget, say.
Who messages about Bibreu?
Now even Otuado as coach, you know. Who said World Cup qualifiers? You need another boy, you.
Yeah.
And a referee.
Yeah.
You don't say you need another boy.
Okay.
None of the World Cup qualifiers here lose be.
Yeah.
Now go keep on them. And to make us teams in your teams beyond or you face you. Those teams here, no matter go keep for them or match be. We played against Comoros, didn't we? Yeah. Did we win against Comoros away? But that was a goalkeeper them. Oh no, me, I dare mean power my any pull him down. I think we should encourage Encore 4. The World Cup is far from today. Ebia May I feel could June the World Cup. No. My prayer is that if we do on na Benjamin on form kutani no uncle. Whether 77 period the Mukasa or Boko no change a Christian Rodo short no jubility why Bonnie. Bonnie away any.
Okay.
So I think that we say encourage you. Niyama we say me wish ni say especially in the goalkeeping department. You qualify say boy na goalkeeper ba ko pen demo. And now the ko ye frɛ Benjamin Sai ni asan fra bro chefo mienu. Why na require be ticket mo maba. Kamenya kwan ba ko ye local north bench. Now wakogo bi. You twa winning bonus no so anya bi. Anana me tege Benjamin Sai akwa you twa winning bonus man na okɔ o man ni colleague players no mo bɔ no. Omo musika ni bi. But on the match no. I think we should rather encourage him. Now, ebedu hono na of form. I'll bet me represent Ghana. So, kone se whether you testing do the more. Na sebi whether sun credit in China, my boy, hun kono so a. Na the epenezi bet me win yakwenim.
All right. Ghana Black Stars has appeared at the FIFA World Cup 4 times under 2 foreign coaches and 2 local coaches. But here is the pattern: 2 foreign coaches, both to Ghana beyond the group stage. 2 local coaches, none have progressed past the group stage. So I think Ghana needs a good coach, not a new goalkeeper. I'm Kofi Holly, a Jula, Kofi Holly. I said, trend the next the foreign coaches and a Boa Ghana. 2 local coaches now, a core, you know. I said, local coaches, none have progressed past the group stage. And also, no. All right. Okay, our uncle.
Sergio, on her caveat way. 2 local coaches, no. Sergio, one thing is 2 local coaches in the Enco World Cup. Emo ni group no difficult as compared to the 2 foreign coaches, no. Yes, you might be tempted to say quality in terms of the local in foreign no a top-notch performance. Ratome Dukovic going beyond the group stages. Your debut World Cup, Germany 2006. In a group with Czech, Italy, and of course, Obeka USA. It was a tough group there, but we managed to scale through. And of course, the one it was South Africa 2010 with Serbia, with Germany, and of course Australia. Now Ababe heard the one in Brazil 2014 with USA, with Germany, and of course the last game we played against Portugal. And in the last World Cup here called Qatar 2022.
It's a very tough chance.
Oh, Abubu.
Messi a local coaches no omu group name we had in patching foreign.
Oh, how? Can be 206.
206.
Czech, Italy, US of
Italy, US of it.
Okay. Enio Djukovic. Okay. 2010.
2010 it was Germany. It was Serbia, Australia.
And
2014 it was Germany, USA, Portugal. And then Qatar 2022 was Portugal, Korea, and of course Obeka Uruguay.
How do you draw this conclusion?
Into the hina abrofone de ne 206 and 210. Czech Republic at that time was rated, I think, second in the world.
Yeah.
United States was around fifth in the world.
Yeah.
Then you are talking about Italy. You think this group less difficult?
Czech and need traditional World Cup no more.
Oh, I matter Frank.
Okay.
Because Czech now at that time no rating the second in the world. USA fifth. I've forgotten that of Italy because it was our first time. In Tina you be a CD obia we near do Makoto Lions Den. What I say? Who can say check in experience was when you Ghana no go be that. Or no do new cramp that.
Check it who chairman. Say Czechoslovakia those days they play in the semi-finals.
Then
in the
the first group no a difficult thing you cut a group.
So Franco Uruguay Portugal in one group.
Uruguay,
I disagree.
What?
Uruguay Portugal in that group. I disagree.
They check the stars and those quality
players
of
now no Portugal no and come for Czech Republic modern. Portugal and then Uruguay in one group. Now we are 2010 2014
Portugal Germany relatively okay.
Serango we are Portugal Germany in the group. Now we are Portugal Uruguay in the group. Now we are US in the Czech. Daddy.
Anyway, our is not so far from right.
Yes.
But I think that the weakest group would have been the 2010. The Serbia, Germany, Australia. Yeah. That one, the Belgium to say
negotiable.
But
all right. Our toss.
Yeah. So no, Obisu Bisa say Hafiz Konkoni say o Ethiopia coffee Ethiopia League no. Obisu Bisa say under 20 World Cup final Baso na Morocco at Africa nim. Na World Cup involve African countries saying na etakusi say you until say Ghana be win 2009 no na African teams omako final nyina say you unfortunately omo the runners up omo ntimi win the competition no yenya Nigeria in Saudi Arabia 1980 na losing to Portugal yenya Ghana Australia 93 losing to Brazil yenya the same black satellites of Ghana losing against Argentina Argentina na when they hosted the competition during Saviola no ni Di Alessandro ni Fabrizio Colicini squad no when Michael Essien mo Derek Boateng the likes were part of that squad. Yenya Nigerian team with the likes of John Mikel Obi and the likes of Tai Womu Eluzu against Argentina in 2005 when Lionel Messi came onto the limelight or onto the world stage, and of course Ghana team share Brazil in 2009. So finals in the till Ghana be winning na ye tell you super, but na only two African countries pe. It was Ghana and Nigeria, Africa and Morocco ababekang. Unfortunately, they are meeting the masters of the tournament when it comes to World Under 20 Championship. They said you Argentina were top. Omo Argent Pedro na the top side when it comes to winning the Under 20 competition. Yes, difficult there, but it's not beyond the Moroccan team. Per what I've seen from day one when they started this competition, from the game against Morocco, from the game against Spain, Mexico, Brazil, then to the round 16 against Korea in the last quarter final, beating France in the final, and all those performances. I think say beyond the Moroccan setup, they can be able to beat the Argentine team now or mobile final. So Joe BBC said, what dangerous players are in that game. Of Sunday. So you my work team no 4 games on my ball. From the game against Kaukab Marrakesh, from the one against USYM the Moroccan League no, Ubeka against Renaissance, and of course the last game against COD the Meknes the Moroccan League no. Only 1 game pen a year draw. The rest of the 3 games no they won in the competitive fixtures on my ball. So you can't take Aziz Ki as one of the key players obey integral because all list of the games someone or play key role one chance of the second half by Mpempi Dodona he's part of the starting guys and Uyonu Frima Hanuri or leading the line Onusi one of the guys Kotoko must look at very very well. Even the recent call up when the Moroccan team played the World Cup qualifiers in Anseyano, he was part of the squad. And of course, you can't mention the names without mentioning Mika Tembikosi Lodge. Our South African. He was with Orlando Pirates, went to Mamelodi Sundowns. When Mukwena Mukwena Ebefano Edenebeka the team no. So he's also one of the integral guys as a second. Deep in midfield is a certain Abdul Ghafour. And of course, on my backline no a set because you see Mufid Mohammed and of course Uka Bucheta, the Dutch international, Dan Mejes and Abdul Fad, the Moroccan international, from the backline. They have 2 Brazilians, 1 South African, 1 Burkinabe, and then of course the DR Congo international, Joseph Bakasu. it's a very strong side. Sergio, wing play no so very very key. As I say Kotoko, take a close look at that very well. Obi nso bisa say ade ben na work ede by mom we special. Is it their history? Ana is it say ebia nansi omomode mo akofom any senior bisa no. Sergio, yes, obeka say omo entimi anye top notch performance last season. And until no more CAF Champions League because work their level has always been the CAF Champions League. But check the level of consistent performance on more daddy, especially in the last 10 years. For example, 2017 they were the champions of Africa. 2018, so they 2018 they were there again. 2019. And Omuluzu against Esperance de Tunis. Unfortunately, Esperance de Tunis that incident, by that VAR drama, we are not 2022, which was some 3 years ago. They were African champions, beating Ali. And no crown more opportunity. Emma Mokobo, the recent Club World Cup, no. So why that Athletic Casablanca and yes, the history, your mama consistent performance. It's just last season Kwana Niema and Shedan Koye and more and Kamo and we say Umbetimi Ayan Niema Ebemo club na Kosuru. So Sergio work is a top side that Kotoko must watch out. Obinsu besides say Yago Steve Mika Burkina Faso defender. Ordini post tinti eba say FIFA any CAF anye fair to them. Na onono obe retire enchibia or be retire the game bani wiye ade yanis yanis say ne carrier anka nya opportunity to play in the World Cup no opportunity no every nsem o wintimi afford o that opportunity na nkoma he say o betimi anya that chance na world stage na humu but unfortunately Sergio send your incident na ba no ama Nigeria mom na akonya that opportunity kwa akoyi omo every Sergio obi say we are the cheapest World Cup qualifier, Yabo. I agree with him completely.
On what basis?
Yes.
Danger.
We hope opponent now, with the exception of Mali or traditional giants, not too much. Oka Central African Republic, they've never been at the AFCON. Omuni history, omuni BPR. Oka Chad, Comoros na recent AFCON. My top-notch performance. Oka AFCON 2021. Yes, they missed out in 2023 between Yemni or Montem and Omwashe Yeminu. But I do Germany 2006 group no it was difficult when I mentioned it earlier on. We were DR Congo, the likes of South Africa, even Uganda, not bad. DR Congo and South Africa are way ahead of these into the national.
Ahead of Mali and Comoros?
Yeah, currently. Even traditionally history, because these are all teams on Mobile World Cup now. South Africa have played at the World Cup before. DR Congo have played at the World Cup before. But within our mate, which team has been at the Mondial? So all the first Germany 2006 World Cup now quite difficult kakra. Among for the 2010 we played 2 group stages before say World Cup no. Ye the kind for first group stage and no involve Gabon, Libya, and Lesotho. And Sergio, after that first group stage, na Ghana, Libya, Gabon, 12 points. And no that game na Michael Essien ko praye Libya. Ama unfortunately went me anya more matches the AFCON injury ni sa aggravate ya no 2010 South Africa. Ye bought that first group stage, and they bought another second group stage, and no involve the likes of Sudan and Malimo and Benin, and these were those 2 group games boy before say Beuremo, and of course what we played in 2014 and also qualifiers now they need the likes of Sudan more and a whole group. Lesotho was part, but after that, and Zambia share the Patrick Levy Monwasa Stadium. We Sako board the playoff, probably one of the biggest games at Black Stars about. Nanka but even though a quiet for because we won 6-1 against Egypt, but prior to that game, Egypt were one of the top sides on the continent. per the quality, the materials, and the rich history of show our African continent during those times. You know. And even the last World Cup qualifier, we play South Africa, we play Zimbabwe before say Remu into the last stage against Nigeria. So Sergio, for me, I think that this is the cheapest World Cup qualifier. Say Abo.
Cheapest?
Yes. Or they compare a no to Yadi Carbona when it from.
Word now pay easiest and not cheapest.
Easier. We go here and look on more numbers in terms of points.
Oh, so this is the only World Cup. Every single country, a group stage, you know. Normally, but all the 54 member associations on the continent were considered for the grouping until say Eritrea, the remaining 53 were all involved. Until Basa 9 groups, pick 9. Unlike the previous one, A590, it is more likely to have easier opponents. Until I think say it's one of the easiest, and is the easiest qualifier.
We also proved to the world that we blacks are inferior to the whites. But President Kwame Nkrumah said this: the black man is capable of managing his own affairs. Look at what some people are saying and pulling down Benjamin Asare. Oh, Ghana, when Kofi Anadiwe a free Toronto, Canada. Ose.
Obiso munyi Benjamin Asare no mukofa Bruniana.
And they be say yankasa yehun nipa ye local boy. Now I qualify na a beer. Most likely say a friend man akobo Black Stars no.
I agree with him on that. But when he's comparing it with the statement of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and the black man is capable of. Maybe
one of our own. Maybe can say local boy Yankasa league, fee league anymore. No one chance to see now you're pulling it down. I don't know why.
You're pulling it down. Obi say.
I'm for almost see untimina. Yemfa obi fufu nenkoda. We don't mention it.
If people are calling for a better goalkeeper, I don't see the pulling down in this. Obi believe we say we need a better goalkeeper. That is his opinion. I mean, who pulling down was asking.
Okay, Samuel, good morning. I want to know if the GFA president, Keto Kreku, doesn't win for the 3rd time, will he still become a member of FIFA and CAF? Uncle Akon the way from Mankasim and Abre ye. NTK, Mr. Message is one for Thank you all for the backlash. Why? I thought only Sergio was my devil. But now I know, even my own namesake, Franco Naro, is the West. Not to talk of Andy. Has any of you, aside my devil, seen a quarter robber in my car before? Yeah, you believe what the animal Kone told you.
But say he's giving himself out too by this statement. Has any member, apart from the devil, seen quarter robber in my car before?
Yes, the devil will
meaning the devil no pay any who quarter robber. Okay. As a child say indeed, quarter robber is
maybe we quarter robber to change for.
The general attack a minya no sema koka say a petition. We is Kenya onom sa papa na no petition. Messages of
one can say.
Oh, there was an NTK is Kenny. And I make us say,
one can say.
If you're not grabbing in this song, minute this year, you are only the
okay. Oh, sir. Conform messages for
now look at Papa no in Sapa Bennett.
No can never say what could he say.
Convenient na one say.
Don't one can say any say application kwa no penyin fonsa. What I say penyin fonsa. And now the okay can want some whiskey no yes. We mrofo refined way and yeah applement for no so me but can even be so bundi kuma see ya ko central market se go no just bibia no ntimi nto but oba obetu no ato wo the amount say kunya ko say we no ato amount ono na petition kam what I say because
papa ndebia it flight so kon kan
and papa ntimi kan say obi wus kan ono ma petition aska for no
This is Canina. Ninja then the go manuma now when you know.
And here no star na ka ho na manu za. We star. Da bi no na ka ho.
The gumo just a question baby send be.
Na papa no cry unya onim sa.
Na say besin we. Besin we. Obi besin na num nya akoko na opugu. Ba no we. E ka ho.
You dey interest na.
Unim de okeka.
Because attack am here cry minya.
One for fan chen why no unim de hoye.
Da be so okay one kan.
Some go kan say application.
All right. We must see da me call abuzu p ombesi ho.
We the mechanic de bia.
Me call abuzu p kakra. Ye dan kakra bia ba na fi Dr. Franco Naro and Andy so na Mr. Champions we wura kakra mo de ba no ye be yi ya no nkra wo obi afabra ye nto to akom se no me no ebebo.
Mema ahwefo nyina kwa ba Amuzu Herbal Clinic na megita me nsem Amuzu P Herbal Mixture e drive die faji atum a ebua honam yaw so obi se doctor meti yaw me bema no mu idon so a meti yaw na se idon so a me bre ana se me bema no me pepe de wuhia e ya Amuzu P Herbal Mixture doc mini hia no ho sanemi ana yaw pa na mete se we na wote se bema de dura mekanfo ama wo no e ya Amuzu P Herbal Mixture obi se doc me hu se me jonso a ana jonso nya fe ana pam no wo hye pa iri jonso na echi doc me jonso ase na bia akam e mo sa se ma ya se e me ya bema wo sa hawo no mekanfo Amuzu P mu nya beko di oti ya oni ntohwe no mo de ni ntohwe na hono sankofo nyina no mekanfo Amuzu P e ma nwate obi se doctor me jonso ana emu apai we nam sen obi se doctor me jonso ani nsuo kwa totro efremu ba ena obi se doctor me koja na so se me chemu a obo se ka fre na nsuo man efreba no ba de wuhia e ya Amuzu P Herbal Mixture oba so a otie mi a obuni se wi a echire no pampan ko na e kan ko na e ba me kanfo Amuzu P e ma wate oba so ode po how white how insio basa egu wase ne pe yi pampan ya no wo shape o wase oba ojon so oti yawe wadro e ya Amuzu P Herbal Mixture oba ebu nkeka ye na che mamno kasika fie na himfie bia na ebie ni kuru na no ekọ ho a pampan ya ohu no nya panketwa amase ni confidence no kwa na ekọ form oba bi otie mi a otimi bu ni nsa in bleeding obo sa within 2 months do bu ni nsa mprenu onya nkeka ya na ya osa pa Amuzu P nu mesa nyina ejai wako twasto se o pese nu semise bia creative so fa na manefre for further and better direction Amuzu P Herbal Mixture maudi your chalo be da hefu ase
MTN de my momo app no e dia ba my momo app re che se download the my momo app no ebe ma wo eye opportunity no wetima send sika e dia komo bibia my momo app ne de sabre so un download bi your phone so dia na che se wo echire papa download my momo app ne bi na e fa so fa send sika na wo use my momo app ne send sika eye reliable and sanso eye safe e dey amount we use my momo app ni send sika MTN for sanso e che sika daily weekly and monthly and it is sending so na use my momo app no fa send sika MTN say mensa ka promo no e koso we use my momo app na obe enjoy sika ye chem e dey ama enkofo bebre no enso bi high sense your branches of dom ewo eye Asante Mantemu a wodi wani enso ekire Kumasi City Mall ye wo ho wodi wani Chetafo ye wo ho wodi wani che Ebuakwa ye wo ho wodi wani che Dum ye wo ho other regions nyina no okọ ho a obohu high sense ye showroom ho ye nyema no eye papa enunti ena sabre adibia beto ewo high sense bia no ye ma 5 years warranty ewo home senensum so within the 5 years no auto blender auto kettle auto television auto washing machine adi no ho techima se pe na de ba ne ehwe ne betima repair ma wa ye be repair ma ye nju sika so we say replace no edema so a ye be replace no ede amount wonya wei ɛwɔ baabia gise high sense Gentleman Dental Clinic Limited for when it's a Gentleman Dental Clinic Limited ma wo se ho enhiam wo se ene woni monyam baby abeko biano wo kasape wo se ene beba wo se ene be kire amia wo so se no etesen enunti na wo so do woni che Gentleman Dental Clinic no me examination edema wo mo hwe teeth no se problem bi ewom wo mo hwe teeth no se wanya yare bi ewom a ne asolve ede ama wo behu akokora bi still teeth nyina egu nenum because of protecting the teeth no mentra ho enyini ndu level bi a wonum se ni nyina no ebetutu for when it's a Gentleman Dental Clinic na yemboam wo teeth no nya akwansia esuabu wate ahwe etu bra ye be replace no e de ma wo teeth no nya infection wom bra ye be boa ne de ye replace wo teeth no e de ama wo teeth no pese eye fita oba ye be boa ne ma teeth no aye fita e de ama kaka na ayom wo problem e wo se won ade a Gentleman Dental Clinic and also call masoye Abrepo Junction who headed towards Abrepo Junction traffic light no ase Angel FM nchewona Total Filling Station na ubehu Gentleman Dental Clinic e wo ho ko ne hwe teeth no emfama ye number ne 0598 731823 0598 731823 your branches outdoor in crying okowa your nungwa Mallory station your sanso ewo Atomic Down kwabenya runabout udo ni chetechiman your magazine of Kenten Road no esum Kofodia ya ben eye police station ene ye aflawo so ya ben eye GCB bank no tamale ye wo tishigu ye ni MTN4 office in the nhwanimu a sim problem bia o face bia e wo Ghana hanko ade Gentleman Dental Clinic and also ko wo mo asey the luckiest usika ebaba begu botom se chobo enunti and also dial star 712 hash star 712 hash na the luckiest and more opportunity na timi enye sika obechusu option 1 uto ticket ama ho obechusu option 2 uto ticket and mobi daily ye charge ye che laptops ye che phones ye che nyama bebre 20th of December and a grand draw no and also ebetimi abasunti shene so na bomoten na fa hura the luckiest no ensumu Dr. Amegashi Spiritual Home and Healing Center for niche Dr. Amegashi so the habani count na abano intimi answer problem no na spiritual so Dr. Amegashi ebeboam yare bia ha obiano fakoda Dr. Amegashi the number is 0547 044 307 0547 044-307 so arthritis or hypertension or stroke or a heart problem and nasa impemo gudemu yarebi and when ya gonorrhea syphilis and when ya and nasa beman form na form ya wo bema intimi nya kese da and nasa wona ope baby no so ko for niche Dr. Amegashi na soye Kumasi or macro wo ben police house in crying wo kaswam wo ben prison junction wo other branches awdo bebre takrade bogosum techiman eni kofodua nyina no udu ho a obehu Dr. Amegashi enso ewo ho wo bi eton ne dan wo ton dan enu ti sabre wo ye obi a o pedan atom opportunity no aba e de amount e dan no ewa juso eye krapa Ejuso Krapa 16 Avenue. Any beer dino a ben Metro FM building a pay and inti so will be a pet dying at home. A 6 bedroom story building and autumn with a big hall, a dining hall, and then double garage. Sign a diner SCT down floor or 2 bedrooms and a hall would when each a top on this one or 4 bedrooms and a hall each room piano and a toilet and bath plus wardrobes I would do in a timmy a year home and it is so will be our pet dying at all a dying boys quarters a home na boys quarters ukrano or kitchen home and as also washroom and so a home in tentem freyen near noon din como your number is 0550 200 667 0550 200 667 and that's a 0200 808000 0200 808000 obetima frɛ yɛn number we so yɛbɛgye so ne aboa ma dan no wɔn nsa etimi aka Kingdom Herbal Center wɔn the Kingdom Garlic Bitters ɛne ne capsules no ɛde abɛdwa so immune system na hodi nim yare bia bobɔ rough stress ɛna ɛhaw arthritis ɛna ɛhaw onipadua no ayɛ titiriti hypertension stroke ɛna ɛhaw bomaden na hwehwɛ Kingdom Garlic Bitters ɛne ne capsules no bi nanom Kingdom Ginseng Power ɛwɔ dwa so bɛma pɛso bɔ adwuma ɛyɛ Kingdom Ginseng Power ɛna wɔsɛwonom tremendous capsules ɛwɔ dwa so wɔba besiam ebesiesie ho ama ho ayɛ fɛfɛɛfɛ pampa ne free oba no enkoyem enunti ɛna wɔsɔnom Kingdom ɛyɛ tremendous capsules no ebi save sika usika na wanya no mbɔmɔden na sie bi na besie bi a ɛno asɛ wode w'ani bɛkyɛ max buy bɛma kwan ɛma watɔ adeɛ nanso ade no bɛtɔ no sika wo sɛ otua no wobɛnya sika no bi de akotoɔ max buy de Infinix phones no awuduo bia pebia no ɛwɔ dwa so yasan so atete so ɛwɔ max buy yasreye max buy say open Infinix hot 50 ni bia na ɛyɛ 1007 yɛ aba 1450 Infinix hot 50 ɛyɛ pro plus na ɛyɛ 2240 yɛ aba 1900 Infinix smart 9 HD na ɛyɛ 1200 yɛ de aba 930 yatete so big promo ne cost in the month of October ya utop ɛyɛ fridge AC plus uto eye television ka won ye beche free kettle eno tihwehwe kira kwan na ko max buy na yamboa na nyama papa no wonsa intimi nka bi wo kumase nko ade a wo ni che adum ye ne top man shoes edi hwe animu wo kumase a adum ye ne Malcolm enhwe animu wo kumase nko a PZ ye sanso hom ye ne taxi rank no edi hwe animu ye number eye 0544 019552 0544 019552 max buy there nyama papa nko na ba ya so ya ye de ebema Ghana Herb Father Roma and the executive herbal hospital no e de aba e was sepet dote anyimfie e was sepet dote anyimfie e ho pe enti hyene som sabre ye free screening we ye boam e ma sabre se sika wa ye den e de amawa ye be check ni pedua no e yare a e haw o prostate no person se de sitie na dachi bi yamfa rubber koto oye utedua ni mu a bomade ko eye executive herbal hospital e wo sepedote anfio eye free scan ene be ye diama o kidney no person se de sitie o liver no person se de sitie o yefunu no nyema ewo mu no o person se de sitie o wumbu na anase typhoid fever ene wenya diabetes ene be se ye scan o bp no e wo so anase BM assessment and a pesi ye demawa when you na mabobo so free your number 0240 211 709 0240 211 709 offer number way so ye bejo so ejaba jewelry wo pempe the second street edum ejaba Ashtown traffic light na say ejaba se adebia edi gold aye bia no opebia to na se e na oso ba ye wedding ring na pebia to engagement ring and na say ope promise ring ope chemia to kom ope bibi dia to nsam e ma no problem ko ejaba jewelry na yembo na onsa entimi nkabi your pempe the second street edum and na say Ashtown traffic light na say udu wa ubehu yen Hebaso Company Limited and the Hebaso criminal at the Abejaso, compare Baso criminal be na UC, Uyisubi, Ababwa ye papa, Uno Beshima Sabrina, who bantam rough, compare Baso criminal be apply kit treble penis after 30 minutes. Konako was here, making sure what was in ye, who was here, not as a bedroom, someone your bano, a babishim, any drugstore, any chemical shop will be a Bucobiano, Obenebia, Tokun when you be your number is 0244 750 510.
Okay, Kwame Miki. I think I call Dr. Franco Naruhona or the questions about my grandpa is very angry with Dr. Franco Naru. This man doesn't know anything about apetition or what apetition can do. Crucial Raul. Anyway, if you just daddy I said never pa nana a monitor program no they assume we are bre yen. Okay. Okay, Maminko MC Malik the so well vexed there were African football Papa MC Malik. He knows a lot about the African game. And anyway, but there is no need to single some boys from that WAC squad All the players are dangerous. Even the Kotoko starting lineup can't match the bench players of the Casablanca side. This WAC squad has better quality than the one that played Hearts of Oak under coach Samuel Buadu. I'll be surprised if Kotoko get a drawn game. The coach is mandated to win the tournament, and the Botola Pro 1, he's under pressure than the players themselves. MC Malik Ediaode Abadono. All right.
Yeah, General.
Doctor.
I think Sir Richard Ofori the end there making a comment. Those who think it should not be considered at all. No. Yedika can say we have some 7 months or so, and then maybe a best submitting a squad. He's a goalkeeper in active service. Into a breed doer with the kind of experience he has, will be into me overlooking. The from Sono Koye in Cote d'Ivoire, yes, it's painful, but the Jumano Moyeno, that is the nature of the job they do. He has cited examples of top players are Omayen from so one time or the other. Then so and disqualify from a football team, be it the national or club level. And yes, people were hurt. It was infantile at the end of the year, but it is what it is. General or picky former, I think it can be considered. Obi say apart from say odo edeno any inketia de neba several forms. Obi de say apart from say GFE invite omo no so omo ntumi ma no e den na wrong say e be free omo. I think that the only thing that is wrong for me is the Onipakro no waka no. My position is that they had every chance to be part of our campaign. They didn't feel Ghanaians then, and it will be unfair. And it looks so clear. Say World Cup no be PBA, but no be no be prabo. Name menyo mine no more so besumye. And I don't think say enunti say a World Cup we inquire there. I think omumi enkomra. My opinion on that no. I mean kebi say this Romeo Latvia the na mo fremema ye kekano. Say no cry. I don't have any problem with a Romeo Latvia being invited. Utuado can sembinra yebo hasi, and I agree with him perfectly. Say omo or tone in safre omumbra omusu omumbado. Ofoze say Ghana yinya pride. But ubi a one friend da. Anano nya available at that time. One friend amanan can chance or nye Ghana ni. Ne nipa no ye ready now. The person could be considered. And that's my position. I'm not too sure about Romeo Latvia if indeed it wants to come. I know say we about one match. I'm a Belgium, but at the age, I think technically he's qualified to switch nationality. But the young say ni name abisi yako. Obi say dreams question na ye wabono tofa kese pa kufiem se ubeti se we capture na earlier one and maybe later may trade the minimum ubetumi de bi aka ho. Dreams FC Eco African Confederation GFA support you financially. Media Meko GFA support you financially. Anyimbia Kotoko ni bibia ni Gold Stars GFA a support you mana and Naombe support you mana. Na is the GFA obligated to financially support Ghanaian clubs representing the nation in Africa? So Mrebi oho ayeshe GFA se Ghana bobo ko ni bi kosi anemu obibiman akansi ahodo no mu a esese GFE edisika ema wo mu ana eno se bisa se sika na GFE di ma no ye de mrato ho is it structured ana se FE na hwa ne kondo voluntarily no de ama obi ana opa onfa ma no. These are the questions. I know say Mediema and Dreams the 2023-2024 campaign were given 30,000 USD each by the FE. And I remember very well, say it was ahead of the game, return game involving Dreams and Milo FC. And at that publication, and I say, Oma supported Dreams. No Munyandru, even the group stage. And that money came. So far, to the best of my knowledge, Mente, say, Go Stars, you support you, man, son, no move from. Minti sa asante kodoko ya support yo mu ba minim se mre bia ni efi ho a ehye GF ni se Ghanaian club ko Africa se GF ni yisika bi de ma mu nti e kamia kwaye se efi no pe na ne botomu ya na wade amawo if that is the situation, it's also not the best. Okay, Mamini and Frio, Obiso say, Ada in a Manchester City, Manchester United, and Liverpool, players in free hand choir, play in free hand choir. One, a rivalry. Three teams in big clubs at certain level. In Team Pempi, the player will be good, pa, and the bed will be Jano Manako. And at the onset, then you good, no, might not be good enough for the other team. Liverpool player are very good. No bomber Liverpool pennon. A bad day so beton the Man City and Man United. And a Liverpool player so yes surplus to requirement. A bad day say or you good enough for any either Man City or Man United. But we be BFU in the days of Alex Ferguson there, Omani clear say over his dead body and over transfer player straight every Man U Aqua Liverpool because he thinks that the rivalry is so intense. Who United are who United. Until at a point in time, now a United player or a surplus requirement. This Argentine boy, I'm trying to recollect his name. When Liverpool wanted him, even though Gabriel Henze, ne Liverpool here no boy na ready so because Ferguson said that eventually they call Real Madrid. Carlos Tevez there no na quite different. Carlos Tevez was at United. He was surplus to requirement, not surplus to requirement, but now on his starting position at Man United and City and so Peno, and the guy decided to move. Aside that, now or partly owned or and also by United as a third party owner, a gentleman called Kia Juricham. A man for Becca, Kia Juricham ne kofa or no any Javier Mascherano, a free Brazil. Edi Omuba West Ham and San Ode Javier Mascherano ko Liverpool. Until now he was also not fully owned by Man United, and that is what allowed the movement of Carlos Tevez from United to Manchester City. Obviously, Kotoko then were qualified. Another question was that SSC Kotoko all out on Sunday against WAC and I said so much. Question with the unwording. Now, if I claim say minim near or mobile answer no ma qualify and I say me I true for because one over team now one in bono. Now so who team and no holding now approach game no. Besides that, between a game na wahano any that way game. Aha and a kotoko be yes so yere no no ye. If you want goals, it is in this game, but not the away game. And Abeyo say Hona Okupe goals. You also have to be careful looking at the quickness and the counter breaks, counter attacking play of work for now no Mbabe Bono. Into my dream say Kotoko may have to go in a bit cautious at the beginning, first 15-20 minutes, and then open up after Wahunie. Challenge our person present now if we decided and it's a gamer call with one approach throughout the 90 minutes. You should know when to open fire, when to absorb pressure, when to open fire again. A lot of work have to be done by the technical team in terms of selection, varying their tactics and then their tempo of the game. General Obise Charles Taylor, between Charles Taylor and the day you yam for achievement in Tonchen. Why na also the better player. Don't bought any day yam for achievement in Tonchen, who was the better player. Obviously, with the achievement did you. None of them comes over. But I was saying for Tonchen. Better player near day. So can I say who was more talented? If it is natural talent, I will rate Charles Taylor ahead of the day you. But as a complete footballer, who was the better footballer, I go for the Dayu. I go for the Dayu over Dombote as who is the better player. But in terms of natural talent, because my understanding of a better footballer, no, and they say, what kind of talent? Any day chair no, any boom now they are being away. You combine your natural talent. Debbie.
Achievement talent now they are by nipa krona oyè no. Achievement now.
Achievement near the club no way near. only Ghana ball under 20 more win a trophy. Only Ghana ball national team mudru say Wako World Cup way. That is what I consider to be the achievement. But
Wako premiership no an achievement.
And I make her say I know your achievement Utrubo Premier League. Until we can say better player. Nipa the question is who is the better player? And I'm saying it's a better player a combination of your talent and Niusu account
and the yes. The Double League, the Double Premiership, or also the achievements in the account.
How do you
they show on the pitch?
Well, before achievements, what you achieved or successes. What I say?
So national team
the Premier League is a success.
Yes, a combination of them. But offer talent in Kuadia. That's why I'm saying that if you are looking at natural talent, for me, I go for Charles Taylor. But who is the better player? I think they did turn out to be a better player than the two.
Who the achievement account? Okay. Well, first one, you know.
And then a question on Mame, who is the talented? So talent in
better player. And okay, a better player.
Talent
with the achievements. So achievement with the national team, with club, and as a one personal achievement, in that achievement.
Because your footballer, it's okay way a better footballer. Better footballer, I understand and it's a discipline, training, nema we bibia, nina kabo nema we a good footballer.
But pitch the sudie.
But we are talented.
Into pitch the sudie.
A good footballer.
Pitch the sudie. What's it Talsila?
Pitch, yeah, talent wise, I go for Chelsea.
But what be and I don't know the skills
and this one was a better footballer.
Okay,
I go for the day over the two. General Nipa no abobo MC question in my 5 year account. Tariq George Josh Champon esen komona ko yega obi a organ ni din bi o wa brochire bia no ye body di sa ko na runya so maka so mu ba
ni baby that community ajibia Josh Champon born and ya she England under 21.
Yes, Josh or cruise o England na je Ukraine here. I'm sure Andy will also handle this by a quick one. Ozil and Zidane.
And maybe you might express interest now. In aware. I don't know.
Okay. In a match, married in the interview. Francis Amusu. Only married in the interview. But you know, Tariq George Modi Omonye interview. I'm on phone who say potentially. Because Latvia will be say Latvia do Omaka. Latvia Obama Belgium. About one match there, my Belgium. I've not checked whether he's eligible to play for Ghana or not because even Diego Costa played 2 games for Brazil, he was eligible to play for Spain. But Sergio, Saga is na yeko masemina. I said there's a Franco Ghana. Omukra Ghana names apart from Odoi and Nketia, Yaketi Kulusa and other names. No, those guys, you know, are more expressing interest or baby as far as I know.
Okay.
The difference between Zidane and Messi Ozil.
Francis Amuzu. Chief Makana some of 19 interviews so already. So
okay. The difference between Zidane and Messi Ozil. I think that Zidane non-holding Messi Ozil will hold the ball no better than Messi Ozil. I think defensively Zidane was better than Messi Ozil. The Ozil maybe and Zidane me. I would just say Zidane, Ozil, maybe Obedazil. I enjoyed him so much, but me name the quality Zidane maybe. Zidane was a better player than Messi Ozil. Criteria for selecting supporters for the World Cup, and them say Achinebe can't say GF for the best selected supporters. They don't make a World Cup.
You know very well, Senate supporters to World Cup. Wouldn't Senate GF and select supporters for World Cup. Who was actually American criteria and GF and
supporters.
I'm going to be dinner. I'm saying how. Criteria men of the best selected supporters.
What is it, politicians?
None politicians. I'm embassy for.
So come on.
The selection is government.
Your best select a co-presenting.
Of course.
They are co-work out. That's how buying some for a B and Koda. Minister
can several times. Oh, what can be brave?
Now say
I. Say American,
almost select for fans. Emma Mitra had the
national teams tribune.
Na say Yakobo kra ebi mu koye. Yakobo match then.
The minister said it, Anambo.
Yeah. Mokra Mutra. Match men na mo hia mo ka say anti supporters e gu e. Omo na koya na say omkotu.
And it was Ghana versus Chad. Ghana and Chad.
Paso ye mo mfa
bi ko. Said you expand say Sekoba se corporate entity be na efa ho ke. Say via MTN, maybe any of the corporate entities.
Me can say simple ukofa bit say Ghana Gas. And yes, any of these public institutions say or the Sikaba say on the sponsor supporters crana ya buy ni sikana mo de omoko. Abai na de omoko.
O ba say corporate entities in the discard I said na direct government the nipa e2 coins. I no cause I buy no mfa nipa 2 coins.
General
enkudi national team that
general say MTN Eden Crawford kwa enya apayase. By mfa bibi to say Temaoyo refinery and Ghana Gas for Kwan and Semus from Ye Nema and I see GMPC. I see GMPC for the supporters 100 de qua. And you be assessing can the GMPC for Anqua and Fanqua, and Yabaisica. GMPC Sika.
But is the principle wrong?
I'm not saying the principle is wrong, but I'm saying that say GMPC. Yeah, the Sika Basse, Sika with GMPC for the supporters equal. Says I are buying this supporters in Eco.
Yeah, but the difference where the Joe can answer whatever and say there's different when it is there's a budget presented to government in the past. And I can say this on authority. In the past, budget the quite body or parliament in Nano. And yet budget meant only for the blacks bobo no and supporters mobilization omoko and then omoko a hotel on betnamu stipends near Duano Bedi. Nina Casa budget na ministry a year at the comma a fence seat of government, chief of staff, momo approve made this camomo. It's entirely a bit entirely, but it's a bit different when it is a corporate institution like GMPC is okay. As part of my social responsibility, instead of saying the question, I want Ghana say blasters a winning match Ghana energy into I commit that to support some of them. But the money will be controlled by GMPC and they are determined domoko. A different from the ministry drawing our budget. Say per se the nipa 1,000 ko. Neka blaster budget home. They are called parliament. I call body. Baby na oti din no board din na na supporters the account. Two different things.
But I'm saying that indirectly Ghana buying a domako. GMPC CEO Ononkoano, he may need approval of the GMPC board, which is controlled by government. And it's the money of the people of Ghana. And he be used for Sadiano. This all the catchers are buying Fanny Panko. Na actually nipa 100 way Ghana Gas, a GMPC, we are.
Yeah, but it was also easy for convenience sake, easy for you to say minister say Aban Fanny Panko. Maybe also the ministry found Panko. A different from Aban Fanny Panko.
We listen to
try and get some of these.
I always menya tape ni biom. I always menya biom na producers no more than some menya exactly the kan ansana. Yeah sa argument na. Nti no ye twen. Mo modern na mo pema ya ansana. Ya pedi mo. Exactly what he said. Okay.
It's important. And I'm sure they will be there.
We all agree supporters are important. For me, World Cups, I'm in support. My only concern was when the minister tells us they will not take anybody there. And I'm saying that they will take people there. Let's wait and see. Criteria would be selected, they all selected on the bench. Sebaso Mudinipe, obviously supporters group. It could even be some party faithfuls. It could be different categories of people. As we speak, I don't know which criteria they will use, if indeed they will take people there. Obviously, your opinion on Asari and then Koma also say where meet any tough test to be near the other. Currently, Asari is our number one goalkeeper. And that is what the coach says. And since he said that, Asari has been our number one and challenges have been, he has been up to the task. Until we continue to say he is our number one. But I'm saying that yen to me inclusive chapter no on any position in the Black Stars, including the goalkeeping department. Because we have more than 7 months to go. But so far, he's done well. He's impressed everybody for what he has done. Challenges are presented to him. To me, I know challenge my idea into me bebre. But no question is that we are going into a competition which may present a tougher opposition, better attackers and all that. At that time, say only be only say more Mokeka saying that said the Andicano. Yentimimo waiting say Kofa Wibran or no better. So he's our best now. Even though as compared to the Olele and Samir Jemu time, no, he's not there. But currently he's at our best. And we'll have to make do with that. Okay. Oseso Black Stars Management Committee no. Omuko World Cup yentua omuka. Yentua bonus mo. Wa bro mun keke boba akokra. Na se coach no kro no so keke bo. World Cup no kono. Eye adwuma bebre. Enye ya be mu 90 minutes na ye no. Eno nko ane World Cup no. A lot of work will go down there. And I think say obi owe adwuma ye e Black Stars no ho. Any World Cup no or sefata some form of aketua. Me problem eye sika kesi ya na edi tutua no. Because obi jana adwuma to hasi. Na otu kwan so okwa ye adwuma ma Black Stars. Omo faha omo yese omo buki hotel omo pe friendlies omo hwese obi yare edro bibia. All these people, including the equipment officer, including obi aye adwuma. Na obi aye adwuma bia so fatana ketua. Enye football mu nko anu mu ye adwuma eji aketua. Even ministers here omo different sectors in ade. Apart from the busumi aketua na nka sample no. So say to koya ko baby o sa sika fofra. Nti ada na football de obi di akira. No koye adwuma yesimi ntua nika. Problem of football for me over the years, the quantum of the money they take. Says management committee member, yeah man, $100,000. It is overly so big. And no so much, no more titiso. Name see into your muka crade. I will never support that. Okay. Obi say do we think say Utuado can do well at the World Cup? I'm making my opinion on that already. I feel that Utuado World Cup na economy and can you pay your technical team. Ye pejemu could be replacing him or anasi a coffin grofabeboa. Omo madrin omo say Utuado ye be yinedi amu bi abano. Me a sure pass a beti anketi oboase. You know what I say? Okay. Like say GFE. Ewa dream pass on be you to adwedia. After AFCON qualifiers. After AFCON na ye failure. Sabre World Cup no. Sabre we pa de nya de so be na di da. Nti nya san community. Na ye hwe how ye be boa no. Ene ne technical team no. On betima ko improve. Yi die racket years o kre kunu ne nkrofo nye da. Nti ende nkrofo to ma dream enso onum. Obi si AFCON qualifiers here boy Africa nation be in the surprise me pa. For me, it is Kessben. For Kessben to qualify ahead of Cameroon and Angola in the same group, a extraordinary performance, especially among World Cup when bida. A very small country, qualify for World Cup. For me, the surprise package is Kessben. Say players Boboa, Ombebompaye. Emre bi anywhere show musa na GD enema players ne fa bompaye we bi for the titiri kroma for ne the empire na say obe start obo o ma half time e ball na be ma no abo o free dressing room ba no obe start no abo pon no abo e bi so bo ba akopɛ enye nhye the opener oye say referee ne the kalaba de minya mfama no na e coach ne de no or the question on penalties near the ade no General, all right.
Nero should explain vividly what he just said. That a better get him was what does it actually mean? I'll be Michael. Anyway, a better get him was if anybody.
And I'm say, should try to keep in a dear.
No, but what a better get him was. I said, I can't say what anybody. Ba otiase ba ontimi mana do be buza otiase ba ontimi ade waka na aka obi out no
the level of metima ko adura
I also want to use it in the person me nya
in person me hu ya because use no panimfo mi ade
no one can tell me I catch millions of people listening
to us bibia say na ko use me say na ma use
no one na afa better how to apply it talking to people
me mu ya mo so ko use no nipa
me metima ka me use
speeches there
you use on the now don't use radios.
Unti asia men use.
No we use no radios. I said say
better get your boss.
I said say
kibesi anka si na dada. Asem ni nyina no.
Then ko tie na boase ni na wana nzo do.
Ana nka se better anka ti wo.
Agua tamale.
Se bia
na dey na ebeti.
Dey ebeti nya no.
Dey so na ebeti. We who for papa. Sorry.
Na uni ma uni.
Meeting for the first time. Na enye hu ni man gongan.
Honestly mented.
Say be asem bi wanya for.
No,
what to be paying.
Next time, next time, mistake. I want ready so big. Minimal grow. Come back. Kala un grow. But I get one.
No, first time.
First time. Also, you who for papa. Okay. I meant that. Me first time. No, but me tiasa kemaka.
No, first time.
No, your assignment obi anko hwehwe.
Over one yard.
All right, mama na no kakra.
E ba ugwa untimi chire mu de yemu.
E da beti angete buase.
Eja buase.
Ebusa be no.
Eja buase.
Penimu ba ububu. All right. But we go young whatever ni nkobo kakra. Pimsan agan na yenhwe do di ebre and ahwe ye ba. Andy Kem any Kofi a champion ebe answer questions na aka no ye ba sisia. Pimsan
Seju.
Yeah. Dene kutano.
Seju we ye pre-care natural powder.
Pre-care natural powder.
Pre-care powder.
Oh, okay.
We need a pre-care powder.
Okay.
Na
ye hu ni ye, yeah. Okay.
Seju a draw we ye dra a poa e feed the free baby.
Okay.
A detoxify vital organs not to say o kidney.
Okay.
O liver, o lungs, any sign your money in nti yenim se nnuane a yedi eni nsu a yenom eni mframa yo home koyemi no dodo na awuduro ahyegu ma enu nti na yede aduro we so aba pre-care natural powder I friend Prekese powder Pemsan Company Limited ye unim se ye dwumedie ni nanse time bia na ye beye abode mu nyansape fo nhwehwemu ye be scientific research na ya hwe anioma ha nipa na dai na ye de hu solution anase anu ye etimi aba enu nti na akofa duro we di abai
okay
na sejo ade ba ko ehu ni se nipa bia sa na benu maduro na etimi agyew na ho ato no agi se okuta strong immunity na ese immune system no ho den so immune system no ho den a etimi receive anase agi aduro na onnom no maduro ni timi ye adwuma ntem enu nti na mpempi obi benu maduro na aboa no di adanse kese pa within a short time obi so agi so otokoso ennom eche because individual differences ho obi are said an immune system na ho ne tie enti de aduro wi abase awuduro biara ekọ nipadua ni ma nu nti onu maduro aduro ni ntimi nya adwuma sa de ese ye no ye de aduro wi abase no maduro wi ne nkoyi sa afi ni na afiri ho afi onu maduro biara enye agan nko aduro bia banum bia na ese unipadua ni timi respond to aduro no na aduro ni ye adwuma ma wontem sanity we say aye pre-care natural powder wa okuta phone bia no gogo the health benefit of Prekese ebeyi ni na aba obeka cho say e detoxify wo kidney no je say eboa yi efia ewo osa no ana wo kidney nim e free enu nti na de aduro we say aba aside that obi owa akoma yare say jo ye ka say high blood pressure o so obi so menya bp sabe say akoma no ana say moja broso no say ye moja no na broso a konfa no che time bia omo ye blood donation kama muja brusu na mokwa na nke atwibi na nke eja ye de save but enye muja no na abroso na mom ne de ya kire ne se asodi a abeda akoma no so no ene so sense de akoma no betimi aye enam se ye wo machine bi woni padua ni ma ye frɛ no cardiovascular system ni na ne se akoma no ene droban ya ene akoma no ye adwuma so the moment a droban a esa akoma no di moja e pompi moja na droban na esa akoma no anase moja no famu kɔ no emu sisi a na at the sudie kese aba beto akoma no so. Into a typical example of the American ye say ebia wo fie wa bie pipe na wasa de won sa esi pipe na no se o ma nsuo na wa bie se emra no o ma ne ma eye pressure ene beba beto ho sa time no ananso se bia gata wo fie utu nsuo gum wasa da di nwura bia ko sigata na no afi udi nsuo no kwa nsuo ni nko biem na nsuo na stagnant ebasa ne ebebu afa so ebe overflow eno enti ne yaka se obi anya moja broso nyanye se bia ni moja na woni mu na adoso aboroso na momu no duro be se di moja no kɔ no mu asisi nti ama moja no kɔ ara san ba back to akoma no sanete unya duro we bia eno na betimi aboa na yiyi sa cardiovascular system nim duro ban a se akoma no pompi moja na ekɔ efa honam akwa no etimi da hɔ na moja de timi kɔ eyi akoma yare afiri hɔ sajo obi kasa akoma yare ne adu aboa ewa duro so obi se mi wo BP wo duro na duro ne kuta mi Precare natural powder we nya prekesenko ye di nuane nuo bi ni nuo bi ano den eboa emma moja ni mu eye light ana se mu ye mre se de be ye betimi aye movement obia enti obi na koma ye ne ye bia no be sa hye ne so aye no a na won nan na won sa yi titiriti o se anansi ache me because moja ni ntimi nko akwa na ehwa ye titiriti nti na o se anansi ache wo no Bomadi se won sabeka Precare natural powder ye friend prekesepa we ni adu enei no ebetimi aboa se wo pese enei wo tena se che na wo kidney wo liver wo lungs any wo cardiovascular system ni na no ejina yi a eno ane Precare natural powder ene ye kan for them esan se adu we se kuta phytochemicals a eboa eyi awuduro biara e famframam e fa aduanim e fa nsuom e kɔ nipadua mu number no na da TV no so no Bomadi fresh sia. Number ni 0244 718 557 0244 718 557 and here was 0241 604 702 0241 604 702 Sajo ya di prekese ho nkomo kakra prekese fitete ye nananom didi atonkwan mu saa bisi nne ye bisi ehun da se die nkwan na wo prekese hu atan dia no ye nananom ye nkwan ya no mo di bia tum because ekuta ahonini bebre e de mani pedua no ekuta magnesium ekuta potassium ekuta calcium ekuta nyoma bebre njo bi asami ni bones owo enompemu ya wo mpo no kra no nom prekese ni bia boa no e ma ni nompemu ye den pa enti obi a wotie ye bia nkonko Precare natural powder ya ye dey atu TV so nkonko pe binto and the first point of your recuperation process and I say and only a kwan edi kan a obetimi asawo yare ya kan no awie no obi a ebia aya na ni tifatimi dwan dendenden na so ne kwan achi kokoto aduro we se bi obi a umoja ni ntimi ni afusa ni ntine do anwumre na okofia untimi nda obenya nche apenda wone mpaso sana ade achi na esenka odana nkonya hode no de koye adwuma de be che no be so no wa bre ansa wo ko adwuma nti ebasa na ni efficiency ni na ewo fom kokoto aduro we be Precare natural powder ne no ebeboa sajo obi a yese ni owo diabetes ebia excess glucose akoso dodo awo ni nipadua ni mu no yesi wonya sugar onkonkoto aduro we se bi na on friend numbers e waduro we be tre ne kon be nom na within a short time akwa test bi mu no na ni sugar na ahu akosososo na aba fom we ayasimtia ene de ma a natural immune booster and you be yare nko na eso no Precare natural powder me say a detoxify our vital organs say our kidney our lungs ne our liver into o person what tena se chede a aduro ni ye ba akopɛ detoxification ade ba akɔ abuo ni papa and open the natural detoxification process Precare natural powder sajo yanko agan no so kakra agan ni de bia ye ka ho asem
tuwe no ubenya bia to hefa
ubenya bia to ba bia to aduro bia
okay
PFA pharmacy Waterfuni road okwaddo bia pebia won sabeka Colinac Freddie Mens mo baby eto ado bia do buru aso pe Precare natural powder the enti ya pejaja che o TV so nse pese utwa na picture o do okuta phone atwa because ye wo product ni bi wo ho a eno nso ni din ni sewei no na mum se de be obenya ya de ne pepepe na oh ya pages na mi shraw no de ato so ni twa na picture akwa o si me pewe ya bi no akwa kotubi Sergio agan no obia me pacho wo sisi ya wo ya wa wo sisi yare brefo obi wa se me sisi no chronic sisi yare da bi oba Pemsan company limited agaya ye ni chronicity of yare say media ne eye chronic there bi eyi de afiri ho me pacho enam nuo a ye de aye no ene nuane nu ewom bi ti say nitric oxide no eyi pains e de free ni pedua dem nti wo hwe ye na wo de na kwa sisi yare a kokoto aduro bi agan semens vital ba mixture ebia na wo de eye sciatica wo to aduro ni bia bomodin say wo beto prekese powder na ka ho oto semens mixture ne capsules no oto prekese powder ka ho ye be chi okon abefa so a obenom no wo the combination we bomu a within a short time sa sciatic nerves ne mu asisi na o nante ne du ba bi na wan hwe kwa na o ye atu ahwe no ebe ni na afi bosome ba akokora nuru ubo sa na sciatica no afi ho e de ko afi obi so hwe ye ne de no akwakoye mmema sem be ma de bia ye ka obi o se ono pa ne mmema sem be firi ne nsade ne nka na dwuma ngu sa na obi ka enti bema de wo memma ni na aye sebe empaso wo ye bema no wa ye mra koto prekese powder ne bi neto semens vital herbal mixture friend aga ni nsuo ne to pai no ne frɛ doctors no ye bema wo code bi wo fra se doctor me ma emre ye bema wo code bi ye ma nkoto adu foforo wato we awie ni a kyerɛ se de obesi aye no na afi aboa within a short time na onyoma apikia afi wa be ye bema mu aba baji udin e wo fie kama bema de bi e ka kyerɛ se edu ahomache from 435 a eye se ade bi ehye no ho so na dan ho adi wo ho eno ye frɛ no morning glory no certain bia no pa bia unya na de nya na oyire na oyire de akakopra e basa na oyire pra no oto yi nyom na nani age ba bia be hu na no papa na opra no wamu na kyese ne kunu mo no ho moden oba bia won so me pa chaw uni atenka odi na akwakoye low libido no won so sexual weakness no be ma de bia ya kase ka be ma yi adwuma na ojeje ho sa ne te but be ma yi adwuma na oda ho no yi wani atufiri on tehwe ya eye o haw bo mo den se oyo ba na wo hwe yi na se won so de na akwakoye uni atenka bomodin sa won sabeka agan semens vital herbal mixture ne capsules no age prekese powder ka ho na ye adwuma no na asi obi de ekoko okọ sebi okogya na mogya firi mo ba obi de afifi no sebe ne to kwan no obi on so otimi kwan ni minimu saa obi otimi posa na ni saa ni na ekoko bomane so bekwakoto agan semens vital herbal mixture and a pre-care prekese powder ibi na friend numbers no ne enche okwa befa so a obenom na beyi bibia afi ho ama ho ato obi de ye pains na chibremo kase ye ne ya ne honam na tutu no nsuo tutotuto awa bai ontimi kra bomane so on sabeka agan semens vital herbal mixture and the capsules no nya pre-care natural powder ni bia kan no afre baby abenya bia to ni PFA pharmacy Watafuni road Watafuni road ho akwa on sabeka bi afi Humble Mother Tachiman omo ye Opposite Valley View University College no Humble Mother krona okon kran Ashaman downtown no obi Humble Mother ho afi Humble Mother Araga Junction Kumasi Humble Mother IPT Junction Humble Mother okọ baby enso tisa kaswa new market obi Humble Mother ho mam won kran drug lane honom no oboruamum Tenatet Herbal baby tisa Repass Ventures and afi so hallo so abenya biato okọ takwa was ebibidro fie afi so takrade say Charles obenya bi atimi ato ho me pacho otikobo number 1 odalo Ziaman so odalo okwa abenya biato ma mo wo baby tisa Kofodia na Gapsen Pharmacy afi nkokọ Akobam Herbal Akobam Herbal market wo afi so Isaac Drugstore na Hillside Pharmacy and so nkokọ obenya biato afi so uwuramu etise mankesima ko Jeff Herbal Cape Coast for monko Pina Herbal kwa obenya bi enso etimi ato aboa ama bibia enso etimi akọ kama enso de bibia to aduo bia no Fredmans Herbal kewo Misty Herbal Mrom Dan Herbal enso Ashtown Colinac Herbal enso wasan duo bia opebia no kwa Mr Collins enso ebema bi ama enso etimi akọ na aboa bibia akọ kama ma memfa number ni to anim biem na me sorry number no 0244 718 557 and it was 0241 604 702 Pemsan Company Limited yene de do papa ababo nti se jo
okay
yedase
yenso bedase pa pre-care natural powder wow among for monkoto bi na monso enhwe all right guy young gede besia na fe yesan ene atrase da sene Kessben television afei na eduru ho se awudafo etoa so questions no na omuyiya no kankan no mo kire omadwen enso e de efa ho ye twen so mo ebe trans no mo boa me de dwumadi ebramo GCB your bank for life, GCB your bank for life, high sense everyday prices for everyday people, MTN everywhere you go, Milo, energy to go further, Toyota Company Limited, Ghana Drives, Toyota Starlet, parts ahodoɔ nyinaa Toyota part ne nyinaa no mbɔkɔ Toyota na makope bi atɔ ne boɔ no ɛwɔ form original ahyɛmu a afibɔ Pepsodent Herbal, Pepsodent Charcoal, DSTV, your home of entertainment, Jabin Rural Bank, the best rural bank 2023, Chamber of Commerce, Abasubadi Omdi Amajabin Rural Bank, no. Balm of Gilead Clinic, Ejaba Jewelry, Herbal Company Limited, Pimsan Company Limited, Genjiman Dental Clinic, Jackson Herbal, Kojak Pharma, Patrick Natural Herbal Clinic, Ochia Herbal Powder, Divine Hope Herbal Center, Nede Aba, Easy Waterproof Paint, Charistic Ventures, 3P Garlic Mixture, Ayapiwak, and Akofasa Edri, and so de Aba, Frana Smart Solutions, empowering your smart life, Bayport Savings and Loans, or say your future now. The luckiest, you have the chance to change your life. Luck is everywhere. Tonchi Herbal Capsules, Executive Herbal Hospital, Iowa, Sipedoti, Ainfie Honum, Executive Herbal Hospital, Sipedoti, Kanwe, na Unyarwa Hudu Ninano, Omo Ebesi, Anon, 10 Ghana Help for, and Akofasa Special Hospital, and so Abba. Dr. Amegashi, Spiritual and Herbal Center. Ginny, Omo mayonnaise na abano na ye kamfode amaso mayonnaise pamcho ede papa udi ba kwa obeto mo na wodi Ginny mayonnaise creamy, tasty, delicious. Se salad ahodo na udi fried yam bayachi na udi kebab, burgers and sandwiches ni nyina no pamcho eno na o TV su ya mo hwe Ginny mayonnaise tobi na okahwa Ubedi the papa.
Addicted to mayonnaise.
Ginny spreading smiles. Max buy. Save big time with Max buy. I'm gonna offer Infinix, phones and so about TV sets. I hold and a refrigerators. P and the name who do P na Max buy. I'm day about can't wait. I'm gonna no form quality no so I was through ye papa. We and the others no more. As we are saying, my age may be bremo. All right. Yemra na yemetwa. So please let Kofi Champon explain to us why the North African teams always play the second leg at home, and why does CAF not do it on a draw basis? Oh, okay. Ntina o pese hu kwan ya fa so first home and away no kwan ya fa so yes I didn't so nyina no. All right, Kofi ha obetimi achim dey about. But Andy, yeah. Bremen sana.
Let's go to the work of Morocco. Cap Guinness Cap and on second leg.
Yeah.
It is not always,
okay.
But as you said, that you will explain. It's not always.
Okay.
No, national ya Dreams and Zamalek about semi-final. Dreams echo Cairo for the first leg. Second leg no Basu Kumasi Stadium. It is not. It depends on the draw. No, and the beginning is saying most of the not African clubs. They only seeded. So on two seeded going to our left side.
Okay.
And Sunday I draw no crowd manaba. If you want to be a command participating in the preliminary rounds no crowd. If you draw by because some you seeded. No their channel. Our competition our bond. To no who channel who qualify brana na brabe to no. And most times they do Nina Council.
Mediama Krasa in one of their matches with one of the North African sides. So no away first. So no away first. No second leg. nti no yenso da odi ba no ntisa
now before best start serious we say no now I church mu
wa church boase no mu ba wan kan o
oni pa boni ni
nti yema no church me
yo kan chire ne kan wa
ha
church mu
this is onim
that is a misrumana
this is na usure so be a confuse nkofo outside.
Oh, confusing, bro.
So then you confused. So I'm not thousands of people muting confused. So explain to them.
Explain to us.
So better than get was
Kala, yes, what you and what
okay. Oh no, I press one why you are dancing now. You know, I do that.
Okay, okay. Now who confuse what is
bicycle, bokato.
And it's him.
What if you do?
Or say, okay, now catch it.
Okay, so no be there.
Or say, Papa B, and the kunya young girl. I buy a come on.
I said, we make a big jacket.
I don't know.
No, I'm
semi.
Okay.
Until some Jamaican. So I can mean Jamaican.
So be a man for you at Yasam.
Because I'm in Cadia, because I'm in Jamaican.
All right. Do serious business now.
Okay. No shame.
Now the Baboni is our best and Manibua. We a public platform.
Yes.
And can
the finest animal.
So better get your boy.
And can no matter.
Andy. Yonko.
Yeah. They started from.
Only you would to Yonko. The new Yonko. Creating different. Let him say 160.
Let him say what he's going to say. Obe say different from what I.
What they in interest.
Sergio, questions
on the crank a bit of Boston. Wow, JJ.
Sergio, number one. Issues concerning Benjamin Asare. Nobody 3 questions nearby. What's the number one? He hasn't been tested. Do you know how many you say a World Cup now? You been more advanced, more quality, top players at the World Cup. It be almost so Chad, almost so say Comoros. But there are crucial games within the games. Asare Wayade. You know, look at this save on your screen. Look at this save. How many goalkeepers? Almost somebody escape Nibu. How many goalkeepers? And a bit me and that level of reflexes. Way a game against Nigeria. Look at this save. You know, this is a world-class save. Save with a world-class save. Should be a koye. Na should be a san dive baby ye born a far back. Few goalkeepers ne betting a match at that level. And this is a game against Nigeria. We enye Chad, enye Comoros, enye Central African Republic. I agree with Osimhen, Moses Simon, they didn't play. But Chukwueze was part of this Nigeria team. And he said, this save, you give it to him. And where opposition we are, it was such a man who was boarding in her. Oh, you were free one. The game against Mali. It drew by an pressure and a bias on. You know, I was a situation in my. And it is not him alone. You different destiny, you know, Musheki. Said you, Opa, and I know Benizame over board 3 in Oposa. I lose the same crowd, Bobiano. He was struggling. You 2 center backs and a pressure bomb, Suka Krebia. Obon's a game, no, Moso Hope. And for me, per the Asare Bede, statistically, and on the field of play based on the eye test. If you are calling for a more quality, a more advanced player, or a goalkeeper, say your co-worker upon uncle them because you know I yenim crown, yenim say, Kama olele eda Ghana matches here, olele di and what you your ball in I walk up and I call him. His exploit, single-handedly, Obelia out of situations. It is your goalkeeper be and a more debo was Rocha Asaria. National team position in Nubia. And it is not him alone. You know, he team no apart from Kudus, money bia Tomate Patimono. Said you Omuni now be a position and secured. See our options are in no more form. Now quality no wasra. We need to include them. But for now, per what Benjamin Asare aye, the consistency, the confidence level. When your team bond, no only players not gel very well. for now he is our number 1. See, you will be baby no obeba be ya dia chena, no problem. But for now, you know, games na ye boy ye kasi are testing and I testing no. We defenders we mu nyina so no have no mobile de kasi jiku ya de. Ye de kasi salusu ya de. Ye de kasi zibo ya de no mu nyina ye pe. Until for now, he is our number 1. So Biba no ya de chena. The Blaster number 1 position doesn't belong to Benjamin Asare. But for me, Sisi ya de Sejo, he is our number 1 goalkeeper. Oh yeah, Obi say, do we call players based on club football performance or national team performance? So you say coaches every players are there ba ko omo hwe, omo di kan hwe, ansa na omo free players ne say omo make sure say o club na owo no, o performance ne so any and omo free do aba. But there have been instances I have free players omo ye unattached. And the players and so as I do, omo club football no, omo mo di boni ni so. But omo ba no omo be sure omo national team jesia. Performance omo de man was so. Now, Carlo Ancelotti here in the call up. Brazilians in us omo ntia say so the Casemiro e watching him. He told them say over 200 million population now Brazilians one. They don't have any player and the characteristics necessary Casemiro. And the last 2 games that he played really well. But he's not performing at Manchester United. Pico is Alvaro Morata. Upon all the Spanish guys and the players on winning in Ano. Said you the performance in Israel. But Omonia call up Biana the D-Wom and Ocean national team so is the focal point up front for the Spanish national team. And the players be Omo de Bonin Sweni or club football, Omba national team, Omo super. Angola for Freddy, no before Ghana playing Angola, he was a bench player in Angola. But the moment I said you ever the team who attacking. But I'll share Angola this now. He's one of the best midfielders in African football. Into a enemy and a coach here. Eduardo Vargas for Chile was struggling for TJ Hoffenheim at a point. He wasn't getting playing time. But about the Chilean national team, the Copa America back-to-back he was the focal point and only on main striker up front as a Joe. Utimidio Omuji. Into enemy and I'll share a foul player in the national team. So Franco Dika and San Otoado Ntana Uncle Yaman you say no, I don't think said you know we need to straight that argument again because Otoado is not going anywhere. Otoado Uncle baby Obiam Pamono. Nano cry president has had the stamp a bit team so. Inti yam forget about Otoado yam Pamon young coach from La or Yadia or Yadia was san yen test the tactics who said you see baby Adrian. Say it chiremwa chirekokusi DA. Otoado oni bawa
beti ankete boase do boso uchira no
enti enya de se o se to asa discussion so bio yenye mu no to ado ono anyere ne ho na say do o the last World Cup 3 games or boy no ba fie let's hope so be building ho na experience okunyan no at the World Cup you know wakobo no ho modern na enyema so atimi akoyi. For me the real test will start from the 2 games e beba so against Japan and Korea no. And on the reactors no everything apart from there.
Eduma me ya na boase no. Nye bi na me yeri kumase. Ntie bi o man ka boase na tie. Kofi no. No ya see.
No. Angle crab I didn't move. What is that?
For the India group.
Me find the what is that? What is that?
Say eduma me ya na boase. Kabi ntie bi o man ka honet.
Nye bi na yo.
How do you comment?
Charlie.
Go break, you know, one sorry, I'm coming.
Young call, good team. How can you say this?
What's it going?
Because of circumstances.
You my yet was it? Or yet was well. And you go. Yeah.
Okay.
It was one a better than it was.
Obi say
by NTA enough fatwa so my Minsaka in summer honorable minister for you sports and recreation because Adams Kafa supporters on NTA accredited to us.
Is a huge provision either for chauffeuring media to go and cover and be supported whether minimally or maximally, and also our supporters generally what we describe as funds also to be piloted to wherever the game is happening and be supported by the ministry. Again, there is no such provision in the approvals for our national teams.
Titia, I had a simple. What's he saying?
So there's no such thing at the ministry. And to get the difference. But that's what myself.
So what's the difference?
You, sir, with the experience I've followed national team, you know, in times the ministry will draw a budget. FAD budget of the team Nankasa Blasters Nakon. They also draw budget in terms of supporters no one call their account and they call for approval. This can be about one day boni $8 million, $10 million and yen na for team no. Yeah, for supporters no more kono. And the minister clearly stated said there's as at now there's nothing like that by the ministry. The use of the word ministry quite important. What I say, as to say government. But there's one difference.
The ministry, what's the difference between ministry and government? Isn't it the same?
No.
Ministry, government.
No, because there are a lot of ministries under the government. This is the Minister for Sports speaking. Tebasa, it will be part of the Ministry of Sports and Recreation's budget. Meanwhile, maybe you can go to Ministry of Energy, and the Ministry of Energy will impress upon. To say the Frank the example, maybe GNPC or Ghana Gas one say. Also as part of Mukopeti, maybe Omon pays the canon fan support Omon Kwako support
free sports
Abasa and no SARS canon Omon fan can the ministry budget or the canon. So ministry no minister announcing budget on fan can because and yet the budget under his supervision.
Okay.
What I say?
There's a who support a beer or baby.
No, I can't. I'm not trying to give the explanation based on the past ways. I remember in 2010 so Krakowi. 2010 South Africa. Yeah. I don't think there's been a particular tournament involving Ghana supporters are caught a chance South Africa 2010. I don't think so. With the experience, no mama. So it's just time and all those things didn't fall under the Ministry of Sports. Ministry of Sports was so particular about blasters. What's a sad time your friend is saying why you may offense stand up with moon and no more organized others. Okay.
Mekai Awaido.
And Kojobunsu. So okay. Still now for under government, but nenye ministry no.
Okay.
On.
All right. Into you who support a beer or baby.
I'm not saying so once again.
But who the minister? No explanation.
We say in the past when Frank Carr said government, na me say okay, let's try and decouple menunu kakra. Even though omo nyina mutually inclusive. Ni nyina Ghana buying ade. But when the ministry draws budget, let's some of the supporters be kwa. Or most some of the blaster budget to present to Parliament.
I know I agree with you perfectly. But are we not being overly technical? In Tinaman you sue the Ministry of Energy, Ministry of Sports, me say abide the Nipabeko.
And I'm saying, and I'm buying, I'm say, Minister,
we can decide to be very technical. But the bottom line,
and here with decision, I'm saying that you use a particular way, and I will say, abide so on for. And I'm say, dear me, my dreams are me Minister on Kasa abide, or say ministry. And that's not mean so because me for America. I know they will go.
It is a who's for America. Not a hint for the Domoko based on the minister you can't see.
First, number one.
Ministry under buying.
You.
Okay. So number one, it could be any agency of the government. Number two, any agency of the government can even include the ministry because we can't every crowd bet masasana. And how many times the minister can say masasana into Waka bet masasana. And say happen to any ministry. Bit market say near Okwana who is identity ultimate SSN. Or when there's so much pressure, ultimate SSN. Or even the Ministry of Sports and Crowd can even sort out for maybe funding or support from other government agency. Then minister they will come under almost supervision. But I was just trying to draw your attention to one thing. Say most times budget now TNA a body karakana. And you for team no some Black Stars in the but I include supporters. Egypt 2019. You call AFCON 2019 Egypt. Okay. budget omo kan na supporters dey kan.
I know from FA and from
ministry. FA will do budget only for the Black Stars.
Black Stars
Yes.
FA ministry.
Yes. When they presented the presented the ministry would add on in terms of almost other and normal responsible. Some of them will become cancelled. Some of them are reduced from the GFA. But they will draw a budget in terms of support by agency who do any the staff from the ministry no the account.
Okay. Please tell Dr. Naru not to drag matters or his assertion far. With our achievement, Charles Taylor is far better and more talented than Didi. Sometimes football isn't fair to certain crop of players, and that's all. Don Ashtown and Swadrin.
It's exactly what I said. I didn't see anything different.
Okay.
Mr. Talent, Taylor was a better person, more talented.
Andy.
Obviously, Kotoko, striker being on Munkofano, the question was not clear. But Kotoko more 3 strikers. Kwame Puku, Don Zerandini, Don
Morphine, Dons.
And then Abetamwa. Clearly foreign and a buy and a bone, no credit no or buy and more the bone in training.
One of us want to take us on.
Some want to take us on and more the bone in training. Kwame Puku was cruising in the Ghana Premier League last season before his injury. And Obiani Abetamwa, he's playing so well. And within the Ghana Premier League, you know, so Kessben suggest a striker, which I think it will be difficult because maybe any good stars in Ghana. I'll go in for Samuel Atakusi, Atakumi, sorry, or baby any good stars. For foreign year, general, just say or more aquabonti and Omco Ecofabi, but at least because there were 3 strikers or more registered or more Confederation Cup or Mobi or more able.
My name is Thomas Anaba from Kentingrono. Those saying Benjamin Asare is not the best choice for the World Cup. They are all Stone Boy fans and don't want to see him in the post at the World Cup with the SM for life symbol on his head. But still, SM for life. Thomas Anaba the way Abba. Are you Stone Boy for the side?
That's not the song. That's what I can say. Don't men. How do I put it?
Men don't play.
Don't downplay it.
Okay. Don't
little experience among share only pakro bi opel dada in certain corner. Into the hokwa no use you and anu asem.
That's true.
No the gina don't downplay it at all.
You will be omotesa.
Yes.
No, the person is not wrong.
You will be omotesa. But that omo ka they are calling for a better goalkeeper.
Better no one name be.
Oh, be no. Say
but don't you say? But they are saying say ma omo fa no nko. And I'm saying say
no can say man Thomas Anabade ban o say me discount no say yen tontwene kra say
but say you genuinely know a lot of people.
No, who's what SM
oh actually they all can all right. But genuinely I know a lot of people are almost believe we say in a better goalkeeper than him. Ebe boy, Seranko is one of the ones. Seranko on fat.
All right.
Stone boy.
Do you think say coach no coach Edikan Edena Benjamin Sabedem. God he has some good goalkeepers mean some of share training. No who say Benjamin Sabedem better than Uminu. So that is getting another. Do you think say if there's any better goalkeeper or coach Naba it will take the Ekekana. They will just say this about them. But at that time they did there. But now is our number 1.
And now Mokase you 7 months
to the before slam that's your winch. Even now number 1. Intendo no chance
of the winch.
I am not
afraid to pull him down.
All right.
I winch.
We disagree with the national team.
Yeah, but that's now Balunka say ultimate time say way better than no that ahead of him. Then I winch.
Oh, there be say
11-132 yentwaso.
Said you. Now to players be na ya bobodi na yedi ka achrechi mu se biwa you know me say Latvia there me nim be free buy. What I know say Latvia ewo Congolese side and Ghana side wa bo one match the aba Belgium but upon all the players said you we dey unya we ni kwasizi bone tomato pate umfimfia ye beat me a match bia World Cup no so I hope say true but me hear Belgium midfield na Onana, Yuli Telemann, and then Latvia. I don't think say Obe ignore him if they call him again. But his name is in the news. And already made Edwin Katiani Calibos no door there. my share my opinion on that. But I'm always looking for quality. Stage na ye kono. You could see up abene. For the quality ba. Inti enso or quality be and 11 players depend the ball. You need options too. Inti imagine say Brazil football Rafinha, Neymar, and then Vini. Now Matias Kuna, Moni Rodrigo Mo warm up. We also need certain players almost no. Someone start to cry almost free bench ba. Almost be team vary a game, no matter more spice to the game, just like Kamal Suleiman or the last World Cup. Maybe I'm always looking for quality. Did I use Chastela how the achievement to a chida? Gabin Crank Kesson. Chastela won an imbibi, a chair, the day you were born a bono. Don't put things won an imbibi, chair, the day you were born a bono. Obise Kotoko, you know, I would love to discuss that tomorrow with videos. A year work of Morocco full team and almost try to know how we see ball because with the time no will not permit me. Obisi who is the striker ye can rely at the World Cup. Now ye call your first World Cup on your Matthew or more ye nya samoja consistently your tournament ya kun now on an lead ye team. Clearly we don't have a Samoan type of a striker within our team. A focal point, a leader, our attack will be or bema goals consistently. Ye nibi. Jordan and HRS in the World Cup qualifiers, Oma 7 goals, 7 assists. Clearly, so they all know compare all the players or more in terms of numbers, in terms of goals, Jordan is ahead. But so here Jordan role now, he plays a more forward, a more wide role, a more auxiliary role than say no ability attack. Into here games now yebona. Semenyo na ya coach tadi ni kuku jinenimu. And yen nim say Semenyo or tie from Unchaya no yade. But say yo. The modern football they call it Asasani Ema BBB. Ama yahu PSG. Omo win a Champions League with Dembele as the leading mass man. Yes, inti say oh coach na Obo Kudus on the right, Obo Jordan on the left, no Obo Semenyo Kra on topper. So you with the creativity behind. Say your structure your team ni ya. Ye hia number 9 kwan ya esele ewo eye tournament. The creativity no ho. Na yetimi nya a better positional attackers ball ne to ho amu betimi asha. I think we have Semenyo, if you have Kudus, if you have Jordan with the experience, na fata we shall move frechire ba Kamal Din move frechire ba. You know, I don't think you say attack ni week. Wo a share Kamal Din Juventus versus Atlanta. She go a share one who and Semenyo she the game obo against Fulham. She can only Timo Castan mo fa so. No on just striker no share all those goals. So it depends on the disposition and the structure, the roles. Our coach will be defined and the final passes will be fresh. The only problem is that the games now we struggle to create chances. Oh here any Malia, you can't fast to go. Oh here any Comorosa, you can't fast to go. You struggle see a bit me create chances. In Tianunia Juma, we expect the coach and the players they say, Omubenya structure be fitty all these players are front. Am I a game na koyi. Enya number 9 kwana sejo unyana utimiche goals. Intisana game.
Please don't let him speak again if he doesn't explain. You have to force him to say it. Alaji Porcupine, Saudi Arabia, or the uncle.
Okay. Richard, if you recall upon you say I can be an
yeah.
The first will be a mistake and just you have to at the man. Blaster players who you fight will be a makuma coin, be no beer errors or my dear me, dear say, Obia, including Jiku. Party Kudus no cry Ginny di none of her seminary ball here with his own team and so they be a suiting him. Inti so form no na or form dear. Why not? He can be considered.
Ozil passes the ball better than Zidane. Apart from that, Zidane is better in all aspects. Peacemaker, chemistry tutor, okes. On the way, Abre. Peacemaker. Wow. All right. Ozil passes the ball better.
Easy option another. But the amount ni be another. Easy option. Ozil. No. You know. Obesity na kotokonye. E no match work of Morocco. You know, work there no more body also tumrika sa 19s. E also take you chances. E also you discipline on the forward play. Because so almost started the first 10 minutes. Now almost a topper. On be chance no mako e o park so on be disturb mo to destabilize the team so they be at the tempo of the game no be bafem so omo ye na so omo antimi mu a omo de omo attention be ko referee so omo antimi referee no be chance ade da ho Until you know more bobola, you need to focus. Also concentrating 90 minutes. Erison kitten na ya bobo na a place near an old bar against North Africa side na koya no be punish. Omo be punish. And chance be obenya be o second to. Because a honor the okwa yen him say Ghanaian clubs any good record Mohammed the 5th goals and for quadrin and all until you will be ya and also here no and he said you every chance be accounting born a buyer better one phantom a buyer what the born it to and he said you minimize your errors no that is a rango
no man come on here simple
say
by
phantom I ban one phantom a whole qua we need good record Ghanaian clubs 5 6 4 any age into nya no ha na why adwuma ntem
all right
and tijeno a eno ne at the end omo press so high tomorrow I'll prove with the videos said you omo press so high nti e was so get quick ball ne buy ya release na ko onim okwa chicha ball no hu bebre ba said you omo be close nti eno ne the strategy and I hope say Kozito with his experience against the North African side no onim there obetimi aye
coach. To be honest, at the moment my heart is really with Ghana. If Ghana comes, for sure I will go. And I hope they can call me on coach Wilfried Francis Amuzu. The same person denied us in 2022. Coach, Ghana call my agent every day, but my heart is with Belgium. Said, yo, please tell him local Black Stars impo, we don't need him, not Black Stars. All right, why anyway, and so every yentu as well.
Ono de onya special bia you know. Money special. Players are here. What happen na here come on the show?
5 seconds of you.
Yenya break come World Cup how is that?
But you might need him somewhere.
Somewhere. Okay.
Players in the availability better be grand position no the ball number 1 on available and you would need him to play.
Yeah, come World Cup go full players on Monday by Francis Amuzu. Now,
do we have any better goalkeeper aside our current ones as of now? Abuaje Dansuma Nakra.
Yenibi. This is ma Felix Chede, Emmanuel Kobimo.
Maybe 2-3 more months.
Those players should be considered in the national team.
My stance has always been, sir, especially in goalkeeping department. I've told you, if your last match about 2 matches, you go banana die. If it's a 2 players, I cook for Fabuchino. Kabakonye Laka, now Konye exposure. We will winning bonus. When you be now, I mean, it helps the system.
There are Jomoya, they are not winning bonus.
Okoha, and now Benjamin a man, Doc Chance on that last pass. So, corner for me training, and say, hey, Paddy have a challenge about Chaboli. Okaisa, ask him no. Oh, I think that time the build up say, you ever call, I think it was in 203 or 204. But up here call World Cup no. I feel Black Stars na ninja bo Kotoko. The Kobo friendly match of France. If I'm not wrong. No fa ninja e could be. Satam could samade na yeteken card I account no mkoye. Ana ninja. I don't ko abroach minim slippers anation no. No mko mkoye no. Na ninja nya chance e ball no. It when boys I think was Stephen Appiah and then will be cast. I say hey. Paddy chawale chaloti babuchi chabole what I say no but no this
so
Joe chance there
all right a balance on 5 minutes per got assembly say what can they will be before Asare the team considered 3 against Niger, 2 against Sudan, 3 against Central African Republic, 2 against Angola, 2 against Mozambique, 2 against Kessben, okay, 2 against Uganda. The guy is good enough to lead us to the World Cup.
And against Comoros. And I hear from.
Okay, you know, almost any examples in the MI. All right, KD, also the Abre and no major so and America actually Marco head also the Abre. This say I cover Dr. Dawood in Kratoka Krebi Abaya na cover champion so the Abre. Dr. Dawood.
Oh, your friend Dr. Dawood. Me na me da Dawood Herbal Hospital ano. Na enna me so enna ne Dawood ointment. Dawood 360 capsules wodwa manso a ene obi adi hu adanse. Na du wei edutwem. Dawood ointment. Dawood ointment. Ose fetwi na ebeko. Ofa Dawood 360 capsules ose sisi na ade wom. na duro mienu we e adwuma bom obi a osisi ye o ya pa de obeye ne se wo de Dawood ointment no etwitwe osisi na anopa ene anwumre a na nsa bia no na wo de bia gbasa wo betimi de atua wo dware wi a fa Dawood ointment wo de te ne fa sra ta bre kro na no na wo nom Dawood 360 capsules no anopa ene anwumre na danse ye na ba amane wo de enko na enko ti adanse ni bi
Dawood ointment edrowe me straighten and well done. The toda me po djuma na me wonam nyina me me ho bibi enyi ba se minya sa Dawood ointment we nam ditwitwi a na no paso minya Dawood 360 na me no mo a ese kwa le me ye adwuma kra se kane no te do we de edi masema ma no be di so asema ma
ye electrician na ye adwuma ekofia ye ntimi na Dawood ointment so ye adwuma na obra okodru fia fa twitwi ade be che no na ho aye den Dawood ointment fa twi keke na ebeko
lua me yusu e mama hode pa ma metimi gba odwuma bibi e kama e mama ye Dawood 360 capsules and a Dawood ointment o memre we no na do we no so twitwi wa aposo e be ma ya oni nyina afiri o ma de che otimi be gba odwuma Dawood ointment fa twi na ebeko
da bia amafo company de wo ka mu sa ko spreader mi secret na nu ani e bugdo na ani Dawood ointment ene papa mi sole anopa mi di twitwi mi sisi achi mi babia he Mentebre secret in here. Tis also at Samia. We use Dawood ointment. That's the secret of my taxi driving.
Me a transmission gearbox specialist. Ejuma mi ye. En kan na mi pega dia, na me nsakura antimi pega. And I say me ma dia so na lock me sisi. She say if you say me share Dawood 360 capsules and the Dawood ointment. Aboa me bebre the dry you na so amente ya mente blebia. Obia mo modin so betimi apɛ Dawood ointment and the Dawood 360 capsules. Enya biato.
Odofo se watibi. Aduro ya me ka ho asem no. Eno ho adanse ene wono madi no. Ko pharmacy e ben wo. Herbal shop e ben wo. Ne koto Dawood ointment. Dawood 360 capsules. Na se de enkrofo di ho adanse no. Wo so be di ho adanse. Wo pese wo frɛ ya. Eno na wo screen ase no 0244 88 64 37 na 020 168 1717. Baby a yeton aduro wo man Ghana mu bia no, o de wura house pe Dawood ointment and Dawood 360 capsules.
Right na yemetwa so emfa mamo we Kessben television midfield action Friday edition mo questions no kwa na ye ho adwuma nkrankra enso de mamo mo so mo de bebre aba de afa man for questions o mo de aba na yenyi ano e de aba no mo so mo comment ho ho no ye bedam asiye papa oti enka live enso DSTV 364 Go TV channel 121 afin cry and imported money na Kessben 92.9 Mr. Kofi a champon. Maminti kakra.
Okay, Mami start to kotoko. I'm saying for right to kotoko off. Obi cross you know kotoko munti mo nyiwe. Born football and yet simple.
The buyer me shaky pa na MC Malik message no the buyer no. Yeah, as a ono ye well vexed pa wa African football mo. Na o de kan ko na some of the buyer na very serious but me or see there is no need to single some boys out from that WAC squad. All the players are dangerous. Even the Kotoko starting boys can't match the bench players of the Casablanca side. This WAC squad has better quality than the one that played Hartlepool and a coach Boadu, MC Malik, Frenchman or the Baron.
Yeah, I'm just a football. No, yeah, I mean draw conclusions. We've seen football situations. I mean, because of WAC, quality squad and Kotoko. Me argue. But that's not mean so on be traffic Kotoko so and on be Kotoko. But what must say? Since I can send guys keep vet for qualify for World Cup. They were in a group with Cameroon in one. And I said it here.
Sure.
And football it happens. Comoros because players some from 11 major Ghana 11 and in Ghana. Players are Ebui, Villarreal. Why and Crystal Palace for crap some about Pamuno. Ghana team na ye Tottenham say Comoros movie. but omutimuchi ye yiri yesi. So until football no yes simple. Sir.
Yeah.
Kotoko should explore all avenues. And then omuti when I check the weather in Morocco, Joe, enya bad sir. But trust me, senka weather ni mo nyuna onim do mu ye. Omo ye omo ko sha najo. Match obet ma bona wi na even anyumre be 6. Omo timi ko sha najo be 10 p.m. So Saturday na wona 13 bi mai ku. Wo park na ogina so kwa mo half time na wo ko ba no. Mo say awo aba wata ade ni mu. Saturday no ma sane agusu. So Ghana teams bi ko ni nyina aka mu 30 so mo ye no. I check the weather anyumre no nya bad 21 degrees we are by 23 anyumre no 21 degrees no one. Kotoko explore all avenues.
Work skills in the area kakra TV so no. Work.
They are a good side. There's no doubt about that. But it does not mean they are not beatable. They are. But to beat them, no, Joe, you need to be at your optimum.
Yeah.
And that is what is expected of Asante Kotoko. So they be no. So no. It's a very, very big hurdle. But it does not mean say any headley to me
Yeah.
They've been beaten before.
Sure.
They can be beaten. That is what I wanted to say. Now, chance was as we so Joe. It to be a bar. No one grab when say. You know, somebody question about say teams now qualify for Africa no. A World Cup and in a surprise way. Thanks to Kessben. Yes, it is true. Kessben share baby almost level tiny island in Kessben baby almost. I think there will be apart from Iceland at the World Cup, they can't to Musoma qualify for World Cup. Kessben. Omuni pa hunu yese. But they no qualify for World Cup. Don't forget Tunisia so won the so here. Tunisia is an sent born no anya. So they qualified for the World Cup without conceding a single goal in the whole of the qualifiers. Same situation with Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast qualified for World Cup without conceding one goal. And the Ivory Coast situation, coach time knew so be coach you. It said the near blaster here. Yafa John Penty so on your assistant coaching. Time knew say Jordan Kobe coach my Ivory Coast. But at the tournament, share Ivory Coast 4-0. Equatorial Guinea share Ivory Coast 4-0. Can you compare Equatorial Guinea players to Ivory Coast players? But we share Ivory Coast 4-0 in the AFCON. Cote d'Ivoire so much from every Joe won't be so much from every. They sacked the coach. Almost coach no. And Ghana got to papa so. No one ever. Sabona Richard for you actually born on Saji Maria corner no. And then they changed the story of the Africa Cup of Nations last year no. So Mr.
Sure.
And then they changed the story in Joe. Because Ivory Coast thought Omoko out. Ghana had a chance to qualify. And they got to papa so. Until they did third you 2 points. Ivory Coast almost 3 points because they won one game. Almost 3 points. And then more qualify as one of the third best countries who qualify. They could in the group the second. They were group in Nigeria. But Omo coach now, Omo de say Omuni time on back on to coach because we don't go third place one so much. I think that one was against Senegal or something. No, me say MS5 and call yeah keke and continue keke. Joe, that was his chance. That was his chance.
Sure.
So I be the Benjamin side there no. And then MS5 not only and or share Senegal, but share Nigeria mo no one struggle edgy AFCON. And then World Cup qualifiers. Joe, what negotiate World Cup qualifiers no without conceding a single goal.
Yeah.
And we need matches ninya. Inti area no. You time opportunity beba, then you grab it. And a Benjamin did have no grab it.
Yeah.
And then in the moment, man all the support. Obi from Bano, yeah, they are fine. But until that time, the talks around him, I think are too much. Your man not from Kakra. Okay. Me pushing your man support here. Not to me fan him. Elsewhere, I think there was a question on GFA support. Emma Collapse. Emma Collapse from Africa. Okay. I think that was a question. Frank, just another question.
Also,
last
dreams.
Yeah, last year.
Also, the last time dreams koye, and I medium koye. Nina nefi ma support.
Oh, so after dreams, the medium across. That's matters. Mabesnako.
Me can't any panakan.
Yeah, but we and yeah, the FA. Obi say your obligation, and yes, it is. Why not? It is. It's FA is obligated to support clubs in Boko Africa. So it's kind of one bit. Just supporting the comes sometimes in the financial. So I'm addressing it if you allow me.
So you didn't get a question.
I got the question. Okay. So FA is obligated to support clubs no bɛkɔ Africa no if sika no Hong Kong there Joe there's no doubt about that but any law and strong law be but oh it is oba no ya there you need to support the nipa from there no it's been that the Samatex any Kono the same thing if you promise them I think because the money is not there Samatex if you give them money
okay
except some and the last one apart from doing them I said 2 years ago but last year the Samatex Kobo Champions League and this year I'm sure that if money comes, they will support them. Or maybe Kromaka just more musica. So big promise to say, "Remember $30,000 now." Joe, then with me just call baby, knowing say that money will come. Sure. It's kind of quantity they will support them. It's been some practice to support the clubs, logistically, financially, and even to lobby government so more supporting clubs. It's an obligation on the FA.
Okay, infants here, right?
Yeah, I don't
know. Pick one be account. It's okay. Another referee color. And so I don't know.
There was a question for you.
No question there.
Even no, it was only even the Ukraine friend is saying, ladies no more Champions League. Med Pemda Kuano woman. I feel supporting them, giving them money.
Okay. Kala.
Now, what's the question there, Naro?
Okay. No. Yeah, Rebecca Kaya. But Alexa Samoa Makwekwe, neighbor boy, I friend Philmon, Asamoah, Junior, Philmon Asamoah, and Philmon birthday. My young wishing a happy birthday. I'm so quite do my own. We know quite do my own. Okay.
A footballer.
Oh, a footballer. Okay. Oh, okay. The friend ni superstar.
Yes.
Oh no, a crowd also be did in Huna Dachi.
Ninti Krozo Kushia Kuchi.
I would have watching the papa. We were height.
We were height as anyway. We won't go for we have tonight.
Ball is height is important too.
Okay.
Especially when a striker. Height is important.
Philmon. Asamoah, happy birthday. Now, Minfa entram quickly, Minka man for say, Namiyad more Chino and a Mohammed Odum. Say, announcement in my my Bibia.
When Babusumi?
Oh, by 1 month. But still, Odum, who feels say, I don't know if you listen, so pressure. Odum say,
just say, you now.
Easy cry. Mohammed Odum, wife, and the Queen, no, Ochina, and then the question. And yeah, did dano na ya na ye Mrs. Alice J. Odum. Mohamed Odum, a former player, Santikotoko, the senior national team, the Black Stars. Na a tie friend of Abna Nyako, Yami Admochina, Akusa Park, and so Yanko na Yankuja Mohamed Odum, aka Geshika. All right. Sanso and a Dr. Leeds, and so Papa. And so your Chinanwa, need the Eastern region, Achim Tafo. And Yekokra Openi Fred Leeds, Free China, and then the question that Achimtafo, Yankuja Dr. Leeds, come for Anochi Teaching Hospital. Mr. Champ, some move.
I'm confess you are not about my balance. My medium manfa some den in the kind. I mean, guys in the back. I'm here do my weekend way wedding. Of course, wedding my big pa Charles Ewa Lumba.
Okay.
That the Lumba.
Okay.
That Lumba back no, ne no kono no we dey afeno no kofa na yere. Ewo Adujama Assemblies of God Church. Wadujama nyama aduma Sunday. Na that Lumba Ewa wo Adujama.
All right.
Anopa 9 o'clock we are not the ina twaso reception at twaso. It's a big weekend we Adujama we am kwa minimum debeko. And if you are my mincha prophet from Pon, lamp of God asempana lamp of God so tie we be the TV no nko for good.
Prophet edasipa
omutie
edasi.
Okay. Cobra answer maka ye.
General, and that's your African child of Kumo fame.
Kumo
birthday.
Hey.
Yes, and
the birthday ni be Soja Kumo. Wow.
There's a Mendy China.
Okay, African child. We say every in 70 I was so happy birthday. We love you so much. Yes.
Fire.
Koswa. The new brain is come more na.
I say fame na baba.
Fame na baba is kano baba.
The bomber blue light and the LTA depart.
Yes. But so as you do at the end tentem. Okay.
On this can tentem.
I want to skedi.
General Scaban is one answer.
We can't have bacho. So to skedi.
Necessary not there. About to do tentem.
We call Arlington, Texas, United States of America.
Okay.
And ne snai nyamesem mensa. The birthday na ne papa Dominic Mensa and your mommy Agnes Mensa. No musi wishing a happy birthday. Final one I call them Pastor Kofi upon Pastor Kofi Opon ye Nana Semenshia Conta.
Okay.
One
about Yanko.
Or no worries Semenshia Nuaba.
Okay,
Pastor,
problem Nifi.
Pastor Tia.
Pastor Tia. Semenshia Conta, the Pastor Tia, was I soft with you. Okay.
Joe, Yami Admochina, Yakoja, Nana Mpihia. The name is why I seem to be kind of a Paul because I couldn't hear it. Okay. Negere Nana Wuntia, I see you near Baku weekend way. I will Methodist School Park, Agric Abraso. Me come at Tuanana or Hiniba Juliana Century. Weekend, you call your years or Saturday, or Brasso, Methodist School Park.
You ever pay why? Obi UK. Okay. Obi. Okay. Obi, you super. Kala, too bad. Time now the banana mwa. Alright, this year na ye the Balm of Gilead and Krato Kakra and so Eddie Etra Eto Yame Yaduma Ochina Yabasani mo Atrasibium Balm of Gilead.